Yeah, so that could be the end of Petornia right there. I just delete all the notes.
Mm-hmm.
No more notes.
Yeah, you just
Let's not do that.
me to death.
Hold on. Let me get in the stream so I can add to your viewer count.
Oh, cool, because it's at 0.
Yeah, we gotta get everybody in the stream.
I don't think we're gonna average 3. I don't think it's gonna happen. I don't think it's ever gonna happen.
I think Lion and BB are gonna join.
No, BB's working.
What if the architect is I got the note.
Yeah, we gotta get live.
Yeah, which is fine with me. I'm not worried about averaging 3. I'm happy to have this because it is the easiest way for me to upload to YouTube later, and then be like, hey, all the notes are there. It's all digital. It all happened. It's all recorded. You know.
Hey.
It's impossible for Ezekiel to forget anything because there's all this footage.
Mm-hmm. It's impossible.
This is the longest day of the year. The sun's not going down forever. It's gonna be up forever.
This heat, man, I'm gonna die.
No, it feels so nice.
You are a lizard. You are reptilian.
Actually, it's pretty cool in my room. Are you warm? Cool? You good?
I'm perfectly medium myself.
Yeah, it's perfectly medium in my room. My room speaks to ghosts.
I see dead people.
Again, leave me alone.
I see dead people. Mustard on the beat, ho. Mustard on the beat, ho. Good song. Apparently VR Chat is hosting an event today. Too bad I ain't going to it. Oh, Moon's here. Fly's here?
Get him.
Fly?
Get him right now.
What the heck?
Get him.
Happy birthday.
Oh, God.
Happy birthday.
Happy
birthday.
Why are there so many people here? I'm getting jumped. Oh, no.
Happy birthday to you.
I'm gonna run
Happy
away.
birthday, dear architect. Happy birthday to you.
Dear
Happy birthday. Get him.
Happy
We love
birthday!
you.
Thank you.
Jump him.
Y'all out here conniving behind my back. I turned to my right, and there's just a moon and a lie and a BB.
Yeah, I was actually.
I told you on the mastermind. You can't catch me.
Oh my gosh.
I wasn't even in my notes. I have my notes done.
Avery's still missing.
I was showing Avery the screenshots of the chat of us planning to jump you while we were in the gym.
Oh my gosh.
Got your ass. Happy
Yeah.
birthday.
Happy birthday!
Happy
Okay.
Happy
birthday.
birthday, lovely man.
Thank you guys.
Happy birthday.
That's much appreciated. Oh.
Happy birthday. We love you.
Yes, of course.
Oh.
So much.
Aw.
Avery in the chat too. Happy birthday.
Yeah. Hey, how'd that random guy know it was my birthday?
What a strange coincidence.
That's
Look
wild.
at this guy.
How would
Look at this guy over here. Where'd he come
I
from?
mean, we are streaming and everybody jumped in here and said happy birthday, so I mean,
I suppose.
but you know, we don't have to.
Man, y'all got me all smiling. My
It's
cheeks
good.
hurt.
All
I
hand-
can
all
confirm,
hand- all-
guys.
all hand-
This time,
all
I
hands
can,
and
I can
shit.
confirm. I can stare him dead in the eyes.
My cheeks hurt.
Oh, God.
Look into his peepers.
Yeah.
No, look
Peepers.
away. I'm
Lucky
gonna cry.
son of
Look
a bitch.
away.
Peepers is
I
wild.
don't know
bro.
who's luckier.
It's
Alright, well, this was lovely and all, but I'm gonna go get dragged to hell real quick, so I'm gonna, like,
Yeah,
see you guys.
Oh.
I'll make some fried rice.
Bye. Thank
Okay.
you guys for showing.
Bye.
Thanks you guys for helping me jump Ike. I appreciate it. Thank you for showing up.
Of course, have fun, guys.
okay.
Bye.
That's what you had to go work on. I was I was like,
The minute
oh,
you
she's gonna
could-
go work.
The minute you said, "Oh, BB's not gonna be here. She's working," I looked at the chat and saw that she said she was ready to jump you. I made a whole group chat like today when I left the coffee shop.
This dude.
I said, I'm sure you're wondering why I've brought you all here.
Yes, it was wonderful. You're just a good friend.
Guys, I got a jacket for my birthday, and there's a patch on it that says Apollo.
I love it. That's so
Yeah,
cool.
it's a NASA jacket, so it's for the Apollo too. It says Apollo on it.
Maybe I'm
Yeah.
gonna cry and smile. Okay, bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye. Thanks, you guys.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh man.
I love it
my
when a
friends
plan
are so
comes.
great.
I love it when a plan comes together.
Man,
Me too.
me 3. I'm
Happy
just gonna go
birthday, good
hide in
sir.
a hole and let the happiness burn off slowly.
I would like to point out that is now twice that I have outsmarted you today. Where
Outsmarted.
in not outsmarted, but planned something against you for
Hmm.
you. Where in gosh golly darn green earth did Beck put those noodles?
I don't know.
I'm more talking to myself because he said he had noodles, but I don't know where he put them at. Let me
Noodles.
text him real quick. Let me text him real quick to see if he answers. I hope he does because I don't want to have to run to the store again.
Okay. Wow, I should start the music. That's so wonderful. There's a happy birthday in here. It's probably going to play. It normally does. Unless no, I'll just turn on the shuffle and it won't.
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah. Moon pointed it out too. That's recorded.
Yeah.
We have that for eternity. I'm gonna mute myself because I'm gonna call him real quick and see if he answers.
This is how my side of things usually goes.
It's so much better.
And if I need to draw something, I just throw in my 2-finger glove. I go. I grab this pen here. I usually draw in Photoshop. Oh, I think I have something open. Oh, yeah. It's Frog Guy. Wow. Nope. Come down here, please. Oh, no. I closed everything. Streamlabs, Discord, and Spotify. Okay, cool. But yeah, come on.
Raw.
Yeah, this is me. This is what I do. I do need to actually color this. That's not important right now. Oh, jeez. My brush. That'll be a good color. But that's not important right now. That's not what we're doing right now. Right now, we're here to kick butt and You know what? I just realized something.
We're here to fight in the shadow room.
I just realized something.
What's that?
Avery's gonna watch me, and he's gonna make fun of me.
Why?
No reason.
What'd you do?
Nothing.
What, Avery? Get me out here.
Nothing. I did nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. What you laughing about there, huh? What's so funny?
Nothing, nothing.
Exactly, nothing.
Scream because knowing my roommate. Oh my god! I'm gonna kill my roommate. I'm gonna murder him. Murder him dead. He left the noodles in his room and his door is locked.
What a goober.
Kill him. So guess who has to drive back out to the store to get noodles? Because I'm freaking. And what makes it worse is that I either A, drive to Walmart, or B, drive to Payless. Payless is closer, but I won't get signal inside the store.
I mean, we can always just hang out while you get noodles.
Yeah, I actually am about to run them because there are notes things I need to do real quick.
Listen,
and I was gonna grab the physical dice,
Oh yeah, for sure.
so I was gonna have you guys vamp while I did that.
Okay.
So if Nerd has something to run and do.
For sure. So I guess that means Ezekiel and Apollo will have a long conversation.
Alright.
A long, deep, extensive conversation.
Yeah, I'm just gonna drive to Walmart so I can stay in the call, because I don't want to hold us off for too long.
For sure. Well, Apollo has a lot of questions for Ezekiel anyway, since Ezekiel
Well,
knows everything.
I still want to listen, even regardless. I still want to listen in.
For sure, for sure. So, Ezekiel,
Excuse me.
it occurs to me that you're learning everything.
Yes.
Why?
Whoa, omnipotence upon ye.
Why?
Why?
Yes, why?
Hold on, I'm gonna quit out of this game. Now, return to desktop. There we go.
Why
Well-
learn everything?
I suppose it's chasing a high. Or
One
something
that-
along those lines.
Is it just because you felt this before? It's something you want again? Or is there something deeper than that?
Chris sworn we talked about this before.
I think we may have, but I think I want to understand better. We've been traveling together a while now, and I know what your goal is, but I don't know the why.
That is a good point. You've
Well-
talked about wanting to regain your omnipotence a lot. You've never said why you want to.
Have you ever been on the pit?
Well, no, never.
Not exactly.
Well, there's no real easy way to describe what it's like to be omnipotent.
Yeah, I think I kind of get it, but obviously not in the same vein. Like, whenever I get to a point where I'm really hammering away at some metal in the forge, like just in the zone, I kind of want to get back to that whenever I can, because it just feels like it's very freeing. Is that kind of it, or am I understanding right, or am I going off on a tangent?
No, you're talking more about getting into the flow of a task. Mine,
Well, not
mine is just simply a state of it's like a state of being, you know.
Well, yeah, I get that. I feel that. It's like, it's not just a flow. It's when I'm hit. Like, okay, I'm sorry. I know I'm not making any sense with this. It's like you enter. It's like a state of being where it's just like everything clicks and everything that didn't make sense before makes sense. And once you get out of that, everything becomes really confusing. And so you want to get back into that state where everything makes sense again. Is that right? Or am I still way off center?
It might be one of those things that's kind of impossible to put into words, but the reason I ask is
That's
because
also very true.
I feel, you know, most of us, if we had our minds loaded with that much information, we might have been driven mad. I'd feel that the last thing we would want is to chase down omnipotence again, but here you are chasing it. So I can't help but feel there must be a deeper reason than chasing a high.
I don't know. There's a sort of calmness to it, I'd say.
Mm-hmm.
Not so much a neutrality, but more of a... Omnipotence isn't just knowledge of everything, it's an intimate knowledge of everything, you know?
Mm-hmm.
You know, all the little mechanics of everything that ever is or ever will be.
I think I kind of, from what I said, I can respect it. I mean, if I can be so completely honest, if anybody else would be after this, I would be worried, but I trust you.
Well, can I ask you then, what did you do before omnipotence?
No, I was just your average everyday apprentice wizard.
Apprentice, really?
Well, yeah, every wizard's got to have a teacher.
Well, yes, that's for certain. I don't know. You're such a wonderful wizard. I guess I never thought of you as anything less.
Aw, thanks.
It's amazing how far we've come, you know?
But yeah, no, I had no particular goals before. Oh, sorry.
But we all have come pretty far. I mean, what do you think, Apollo? What do you think Little Us could say if they saw us now?
I don't think I'm ready to answer that question. Give me a little while longer.
You broke up a little bit on my end. What'd you say? Can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yes, yeah, I can hear you.
Okay. Well, what did Apollo say? I didn't hear.
He said he's not ready to answer that question yet. He said, give me just a little bit more time, and I'll be ready to answer that.
Fair enough. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't think little me would have ever even dreamed of being in Petornia, let alone anything that's happened.
If I'm being entirely honest, I think little me expected grander achievements.
Well, it's like you said, your answer isn't ready yet. So, not to beat the dead horse that is that elf's teachings, but patience.
Yeah, that. Not only is that horse dead, I've buried it multiple times over. It keeps rearing its ugly head.
Man, I miss that song. Sorry, dead. If you remember Jericho, that was her horse. Had a really bad craving for beer for some reason. All the talk of dead horses had me thinking of it. I wonder how they're doing. Anyway. Oh, speaking of that alcoholic roast, Austin's gonna fish in his bag again and pull out the bottomless bottle that he got from Jericho. Missing a few shots from how he was helping Nicole with her alcohol consumption. I mean, we're probably about to be in a lot of deep crap. Figured now would be a better time than to get a toast out of the way.
To get a what out of the way?
A toast.
Oh.
You know, a little drink between friends. I mean, this might be the most peaceful night we have for a long time. We might as well savor it.
I mean, I suppose.
Ezekiel, you want a drink?
Why not?
Austin's gonna pour out drinks for himself, Apollo, Ezekiel, and Sia, although Sia is only partially here.
Asta, you know I still don't drink.
I don't drink that much. Why don't you drink, like, at all? I've always wondered. Not that I think it's bad, I'm just curious.
I just prefer to be present.
That's fair. He's going to
attempt to pour Apollo's back in the bottle.
So are you going to start this toast, or?
Yeah, I'm sorry, I'm trying to. Dad has. I don't forget he said something once, and I'm trying to remember what he said. I thought it was pretty cool. Just a second. And above table, there is a specific thing I want Austin to say. I'm just trying to find it. I know where it is, I just have to pull it up. I'm also like having to do it in between lights because I'm not going to scroll through my phone and drive at the same time.
Brother, you can do this later.
It's
You're driving.
Yeah, and I'm not doing it while I'm driving.
I'm gonna tell BB. I'm gonna tell on you.
Okay, and I'm following the law. I'm only doing it while the car is stationary.
Mm-hmm.
Scrolling while the car is stationary because it's on up in my notes. I'm already almost to Walmart already. So see, I'm being a great driver.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there it is. So, Austin's gonna hold up his glass and say, "Here's to cheating, stealing, fighting, and drinking. If you cheat, may you cheat death. If you steal, may you steal a lover's heart. If you drink, then may you drink with me."
That sounds real familiar.
Like I said, Dad said it. Or are you talking about above table?
Above table, that sounds real familiar.
Yeah, that is you very much lifted that from somewhere. I can't remember where. I've heard that before.
Above table, if you're being completely serious, I saw it on iFunny back when I was still on that app, and I stole it for a roleplay I was in.
Mm.
So whatever it comes from, I took it from iFunny and you did. But yeah, there you go. Well, before the war, before we all get horrifically traumatized. Yeah.
Huh. Oh, hey.
Hi.
Ooh, a whole change of clothes.
You know, I kind of got over there and I was like, you know, I haven't changed clothes in like 3 days. Should probably do that. Also, found something
New
else
wardrobe
Yeah.
from
in
Avery?
my notes.
Yeah? Oh,
Is it good notes or is it good things or bad things?
the owl. It's so heavy.
Mm-hmm.
He found the owl?
He found it, yeah.
Why would
Dude,
I?
I told you he would.
Of
It
course
was
I did.
The owl
Just
and
gonna
the
appear.
arrowhead.
Now I have both.
Oh,
I
no.
told
We're gonna die.
You've doubled my power.
We're gonna die.
I told you you would find it.
This is the session
No.
we all die.
Everybody listening in the chat right now. I said this yesterday in the IHOP parking lot. He was gonna magically find.
This is the session we all die.
We're losing him.
It was with my notes, which I was a little shocked about.
I didn't know your notes were physical.
Well, some of them are. I had to bring some of them. I have to keep them hidden.
Not in the phone.
Well, the ones in the phone are like the newer, more pertinent to what we're doing right now. But I had to check the deep notes because big lore.
When did
Not
Will
deep
Smith
notes.
say that quote?
It's like the the iceberg meme, where it's like the deeper you go, the more like creepy it gets. Like that's Avery's notes, the iceberg.
I am the iceberg. I feel
Like you have the
iceberg.
top where it's like, oh yes. Like you have the top where it's like, oh, names of the pantheon and stuff like that. And then you have the bottom, creatures absorbing genetic code and all that good stuff.
Ready to go? Should I press the
Oh,
button?
that reminded me. Really, really quick. I was I had a dream last night.
I've seen
It was
my
kind of a
mouse
night.
live and in person.
If you guys would like to hear about no.
In this world is the destiny.
Yes, if you want it.
Okay.
Time to
I
pull
will
up the
take
quote.
that as a no.
Why?
We can't hear you
We'll
very
just
well
move
right
on.
now, Jason.
I can quote it from memory. In
Yes.
this world, it's the destiny of mankind controlled
I
by
was
some transcendental entity or law. So like the hand of God hovering above. At least
I
it is
w-
true. The man has no control even over his own will.
Berserk.
Ba-na-na-na. Ba-na.
You said you got a roll in there, right?
Well, I did, but then I didn't. But it's because of my mic quality.
I was-
Yeah, that'll do it.
But it's okay. I might be certain.
I would
I have mic quality up though.
I
Yes, sir.
no.
I cannot understand you.
He was going to the store, right?
Yeah, he was going to get noodles.
Is he in the store right now? Because that may be what's...
Yeah, I'm at the store right now.
Okay, yeah, the store's blocking your signal. We can barely hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Okay, I literally took my phone out of my pocket. I'm talking directly into my phone now. That might be the thing.
Mhm. This song is called Why. Why? Why?
Why? For what?
Por qué?
Vad?
I don't speak that language.
It's okay. I barely do either. I barely speak the first language. I know there's no pressure, but man, I'm looking at him. I'm gonna be doing these voices right here.
Yeah. There's the microphone. It's right there.
Ah,
Can you guys hear Avery okay?
Yeah, I can hear him.
skibbity dibbity babbity boobity. Eli, what state are you in?
Wisconsin.
I see.
I think
So-
you already passed him.
Yeah, I did pass you.
Oh, you passed me. Oh,
Because I drove through Minnesota and then went south into Iowa.
okay.
You have to get him on the way back.
I'm gonna have to hit you on the way back.
Yeah, I live on the funny dot for that one alcoholism meme for Wisconsin.
What?
You guys
What?
probably have
Hold
no
on.
idea what I'm talking about.
Can
Hold
you
on.
post it in memes, please?
Wisconsin alcohol map. I need it nice and high quality. Copy image. Let's hope this copies and pastes well. Paste. Enter. It's processing. Alright, so if you look at Wisconsin.
God, where is Wisconsin?
Excessive drinking by county. It's the one that's all black.
That's Illinois.
No, Wisconsin is. It's right next to Michigan.
Huh? Oh, you're right. Wisconsin is north of Illinois. Duh.
Yeah.
Duh, Isaac.
Okay. You see that one? You see that one white spot? That dry county right there
Yeah.
in the middle of Wisconsin? That's a lake.
Uh-huh.
That's not a dry county.
Oh.
Every single county in Wisconsin is like at the top of the entire country's excessive drinking rate.
Oh, jeez. How are drivers out there?
But the meme is you see that one dry county right there? That's not a dry county, that's a lake. I live on that lake.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay. So you're not too far off.
Yeah, no, I'm like a 5-hour drive from I believe where you guys are right now.
Mhm.
Why are you gonna scream, nerd?
I can totally use this. Oh god, I can't even see on my dice.
God. Okay. Oh right, rolls. I gotta make rolls. Oh man, I'm slacking.
You're not gonna be able to roll your D10 millions with that though. That's okay. Do you wanna?
I'm gonna do it the old-fashioned way just for fun. That's one of the reasons I had to check this, was I had to see how I actually did that. Thank you.
Yeah. I have another.
But yeah, Wisconsin is the drunkest state in the United States, and I am goddamn proud. Let's go, number 1. You want some good beer and cheese? You come to Wisconsin.
I haven't done this in way too long. I need to keep my. I need to do this more often. Keep my.
Your roll mind sharp.
Yeah. Okay, so my first one is going to be. I'm not even gonna do these yet. This should be. Yeah. Okay.
Do you need the percentile? You need the 10 and the 100, or just the 10?
I should need the 10 and 100, but. Let's see.
I won't look.
No, you're good. I mean, I rolled them publicly here anyway.
That's true.
Okay, so it should be 72.
17.
Okay. 72.
Consult the table.
Consult the. I do the numbers. What do they mean, Mason? What's new notes?
The numbers, Mason. What do they mean?
Exactly. Okay, let's go to the Petornia folder. Oh, Ike, I will show you this. This is where I'm at,
Oh my gosh.
and then I go into Petornia.
So many folders.
I should be able to show you this because it doesn't have. You don't have to go into 2000. Yeah.
I saw puzzles. Ah.
Okay, so and then we got some Shadowrun. And what was the? Okay, forgive me. What was the last thing that happened?
Apollo tried to enter 2 doors. It didn't work out. We were hunting. And that was it.
Okay.
I think we were about to go see Ian because we didn't really have anything else to do down here.
Right, because Ezekiel's thing was coming up.
Mm-hmm.
I think. What?
I'm back on track now.
Your thing is coming up.
74. Oops, I see.
I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time remembering what happened last session. I was fucking exhausted.
We're about to go see Yin, which is associated with you.
Right. Okay, yeah.
2 18s.
Oh.
Okay.
18 times 2 is 36.
Then I gotta roll
Thank you.
D6.
A D6?
I have to roll a couple of these.
Do you need a couple? I have a couple.
I can roll the same one a couple times. Should be alright.
Oh.
Alright, so listen here. You better roll good. 66. Alright, so.
Maybe. Okay. Are you adding these together or just?
They're each individually for 4. Okay. 3. Okay. No, there you go.
3. That's pretty good. 64436.
Mm-hmm.
644336. That's above average for a D6.
That's really nice. I
Yeah.
like it.
I might have to borrow that D6 if I roll Fireball.
Gladly. By the way, Ike bought me my first set of physical dice, and
Oh, nice.
I've never loved.
Your first set should always be a gift. That's what a comic book shop owner told me once.
I don't think I've ever had anybody buy me a set of dice. My first set I bought myself.
Didn't I buy you a set? I'm pretty sure I bought you a set.
I don't think so.
Pretty sure.
I think it's the same with me. I bought my own, but I was with friends when I did it, so there's that much.
My very first set I bought back in high school, and I had it, and I still have it.
Yeah, and then I'll have to hop over to the Discord and roll.
The big ones.
Yeah, what I was trying to say in the store was that I had a dream about Petornia last night, and I had to divert my attention away from the people that kept cutting me in line because people in this town suck. I just checked. Yeah, that was it. And for like 2 seconds from crashing out, I was able to remake that Walmart firework meme from the person cut in front of me.
Mm-hmm.
People cut in front of me and were buying protein snacks. What else is a good workout? Pushing the top off your chest.
Has the time arrived?
I believe
Anyway.
the time has arrived.
The time has arrived. I'm
Time has
pressing the
arrived.
live button. The live button is pressed.
Oh, nerd, are you ready?
No. I'm unpressing the live button. Yeah.
I'm in my car.
There's
not.
a big chonker dice.
Yeah, they're metal. They're kind of.
Oh, hard, getting on my nerves. If one more person swerves in front of me, I'm gonna freaking lose it.
Just to really. I'm gonna. Okay. Well, I guess it depends on how you feel about the owl, but I am either going to bless or curse. This.
I was getting cut in line in Walmart.
That's actually really nice.
Company
don't know
parking lot. People are cutting me off in
my
front of the car.
other dice.
Goodness. Guys,
Oh, there.
fellas, today might be the day that I lose it. I'm just good to go.
That's where I keep my medals.
Because I'm going to.
No, I'm sorry.
I'm gonna murder
I'm
somebody.
sorry.
No, I'm sorry.
It's my fault I kicked you. Well, my fault is it?
And we go around and around forever like that. These are some heavy, thick dice.
Yeah. Well, you see, they're like dragon themed, so I rolled them for Daedalus and Hunters.
That's so. Man.
That's the first dice bag I ever had. I bought it from Denver.
Oh, really? I got a whole lot of dice.
Well, it used to be
That's
more
where I got
than
my
you can
first
get at
set,
some
too.
sorts.
Wait, you got enough D100s. I could make the rolls.
Yeah, if you multiply them.
Yeah. Well, fortunately, I only had to roll. The highest I had to roll was D100s today, and a couple D2.
There you go. I don't have any coins. I'm not lying.
No, you're alright.
Actually, I was just playing with a nickel. Where'd it go? What'd I do with it? This is why I have no money. I don't know what to do with that nickel.
Brother, if I stepped on a worn out dime, I bet a nickel I could tell you if it was heads or tails.
Okay, I believe you.
What does that mean?
I don't know.
It's a song lyric, actually.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You know, hear me now?
We can hear you now.
I can hear you.
Okay, now I'm gonna press the live button.
Great. I'm probably about to jackknife into somebody if I can cut off one more time.
It's
Everybody
live,
sucks
guys.
today and I'm not having it.
Oh no.
It's live. It's real. I'm here.
Live from New York.
And
Ike's bed.
Oh no. Hey, yo.
Hey, yeah, live on stream. I'm on Ike's bed. This is the pinnacle of my life. Even if I were performing for millions of people, if this was the most famous D&D thing in the world, this is the pinnacle. This is the top of my career I will ever achieve.
I had to move my pants from to sit down.
You took your pants off?
No.
Yeah.
Whoa. No.
Whoa.
No, I had my
Whoa.
pajama pants
Whoa.
sitting on the bed and I had to toss them
No,
aside.
we're rock hard in here right now.
Hey, yo. Oh, I found the nickel.
So weird. It's so weird.
You know what,
It's
I
so
gotta
weird.
do- I
Avery
gotta do
shows
two
up and all of a
different-
sudden my pants
It's
are
not a
gone.
fun one, but I can do it.
Who died?
It's,
No, they lived.
they lived. We're lucky
Yeah, no,
today.
I
Except for Valdor.
don't understand how in my dream Purple
Valdor's
became a
alive.
human, but he looked like Austin but dark. Definitely a trip. And I almost slapped my brother in the face because he abruptly woke me up in the middle of the dream. I was like, ah!
It's time to start.
It is time to start.
Yeah.
I'm clutching the owl. I'm clutching the baylet.
Oh, he's too powerful.
It's not a power thing. It's a comfort. I need something to console me.
Can you hear me any better now or no?
Yeah? Question mark? It could go.
Okay, because I was tweaking with the output volume on my phone, like in the phone Discord settings.
It's fine. It sounds passable right now. It's a little quiet, but that's okay. Take it away, Avery.
Taking it away. This would be the first time at the end in person in quite a few years.
You got this.
It's so real. I'm so physical.
He is so physically real.
Reality. It's amazing. Alright. Just to clarify, everyone can hear me fairly well, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, excellent. This mic is amazing.
I can turn it to podcast mode.
How do I procure this setup for free?
Robbery.
Perfect. See, these are the moments I really appreciate because they're just between us. Nobody knows what we're doing.
Nobody knows. I would turn my camera on, but it's been bugging lately. I need to check the wires on it.
No, that's reasonable. If we turn the camera on, I just want to do it to pester Moon.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's fair.
Moon is seething right
Moon isn't here.
Malding.
She left.
now.
Okay. I need to stop stalling.
No more stalling. It's time.
Stalling? You
Right
think
after these
I'm
messages.
stalled.
The amount of SpongeBob reference. If I had a nickel for every SpongeBob reference that was made today, I'd have 2 nickels, which isn't a lot. But it's weird that it happened twice.
It's more than
When I got
1 nickels.
when I got home from work today, Justice and Avery were watching the SpongeBob movie.
I think that was the first, like, one of the first things we said when we actually were in person.
Was what?
SpongeBob references.
Oh. There you go. You
Just
got
further
some
proof
nickels.
that SpongeBob's a great piece of media. Even just reference it, everybody knows what we're talking about.
Alright. Today we're going to begin, unless anybody has, again, anything they'd like to do before we get to this point. Please feel free to let me know. But, unless there is anything we need to do before this, we're going to begin with Yen arriving before you.
Does she say anything when she arrives?
Yeah, I'm just making sure. I was leaving their space in case anybody wanted anything in between.
I think Austin would kind of like jump and fix his shirt to kind of look presentable in front of Yen. We got to hold that stuff.
We didn't hear a word of that, nerd.
Yeah, I figured not. Just forget it.
I think Apollo would kind of just acknowledge her presence. I don't think he'd do much more about it unless he wasn't expecting her. We know that she was down here with us, like in general.
Right.
Yeah.
So, when she arrives, you will notice that she looks a little better than she has the last couple times you've seen her. She looks to be a lot more, I guess I would just say generally in better health. She seems to be a lot more, she almost shines, not as much physically, but it almost seems as though she has just this new aura emanating off of her. And behind her are what can only be described as legions and legions of very pale, almost vampiric humans, but they're definitely not vampires.
Is she still?
Well, that's
blind?
not.
Yes, she is still blind.
Okay.
Yen, are you aware of the giant group of people behind you right now?
Yes, I am aware.
Just making sure. What's all that about?
I was able to strike up a deal with Gav.
That's the castle, right? The one that's not very cool.
Yeah.
The one that's an asshole.
Yeah, what he said. Well, it sounds like you didn't need our backup after all.
Seems like it.
Things happened the best way they could.
That's good. We've been hunting.
That is good. How much time do you think you will need to prepare in the living room?
I feel ready to go now.
Oh, good as it'll ever be, I guess.
If there's anything I'm ready for, it's to do something. You can see Apollo is shaking, ready to get at anything.
Yen will sort of clock that on Apollo and sort of Asta's readiness as well, and very much like give a nod to that before turning her eyes to Ezekiel as if seeing him for the first time.
Her not eyes.
She's seeing him with her strong eyes.
With her super blindside eyes.
Mm-hmm. Well, because that's the thing, right? Is Yen doesn't have like anything covering her eyes. But you can see that they're like, basically her irises and pupils are completely gray. But she looks at Ezekiel.
Oh, this music feels wrong.
There, I'm at my computer again.
Oh, welcome. You sound much clearer.
Thank God. I was getting so frustrated trying to say what the freaking dream that Asa had was, and then I just gave up on it because it seemed like it wasn't gonna go through. And I'm glad to be back. Let's get this started. Let's get going.
Let's get it.
Let's get it started.
So she looks toward Ezekiel.
Mm-hmm. She looks dead at Ezekiel, and the expression on her face is not necessarily like. She's not looking at Ezekiel as if he's some sort of bad guy or he's done anything wrong, but she looks at him sort of like a lot more neutrally.
Whereas she's looking at his face.
I'm gonna look at her with a.
Yeah.
I'm gonna look at her with like an equally neutral expression.
Like, can I help you?
Sorry, what was that? Nerd?
No, joke. I said, can I help you? Hello?
We hear you.
Yeah, you.
No, I made a joke saying, can I help you?
Oh.
I just said a funny.
Yen sort of lets that look hang there for a little bit, as if she's waiting for the next section to happen, the next thing that's going to come.
Are you guys having like a mental telepathy battle right now, or?
If they are, I'm not picking up on it.
Not at all. But well, I'm sorry. I've completely forgotten why we need to talk to Yen.
I think we previously only knew that we needed to talk to her in order to leave this realm. Like there's nothing else that we expect from her.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, in order to. Okay, got it.
But it seems like she might have something to say to you, though.
Yeah, that's what it's feeling like.
Yen, is everything okay? You're kind of staring at Ezekiel, pretty good there.
Yes, things are as good as they're going to be.
You keep throwing that as good as it could have been. It's going to be. There's something we're missing.
Is something bad about to happen, or has it already happened?
It is not something you're missing, nor is it something you've done wrong. It is more so something the world is missing, and by association, you are missing.
What is
What
it?
would that be?
Hope.
We're missing hope.
I don't know. I feel full of hope.
I'm pretty hopeful. I'm hopeful that none of us die.
She sort of snaps her gaze a little more firmly on Ezekiel again.
Okay, that's the second time she's done that.
Asta, I think we should probably give them a bit of privacy.
Yeah, sure, yeah, and if you need anything, we'll be over here, I guess.
Ah, yes. I will need you to speak with Rattling.
Speak with who now?
So, his name is Redolin, but she,
Who's
She
redolent?
point out who Redolin is.
Yeah, she points like so. She sort of sticks the thumb back to point out a what would I say? One of these sort of vampiric-looking people that seems to be a little more sharply dressed and is like most certainly of a higher rank than the rest of them.
Oh, okay. I guess if you need me to do that, I guess I'll go do that. You know, good talking to you. And he's gonna just walk off.
I guess I'm just gonna follow along and just gonna stand next to him.
Yeah, I guess so.
Once we're alone, I'm gonna turn back to her. Is there something you needed from me?
She sort of has a break in her facial expression. As great as she seemed to look when she came back, it's now a little more clear she was putting on somewhat of a front. Not that anything bad has happened recently, but more so that a deep turmoil she is feeling, she is able to express to you.
You're troubled by something.
I'm so worried. The world has never been like this before. I have never seen beings like this. I've never heard the words that cut so much sharper than any sword. You are not the bringer of these times, but you are certainly the messenger. I have seen you in your dreams, as well as every other god that I have spoken to.
Every other god?
Every single god, including myself, has seen you in their dreams.
That is certainly a odd.
You have come.
It's a very odd coincidence.
I don't believe it is a coincidence. I believe you have come to bear the information that is necessary. No matter how troubling that may be, it is simply your struggle.
And what was the nature of these dreams?
Foretelling of doom and misfortune and power. It is as though the future is a mirror of times long past. You showed balls of fire, out of them walking gods, devils. I don't know who will survive this war, but I don't know if I am truly ready to bear the weight. Ezekiel. This is the beginning of the end. It is written in everything, from the stars to the smallest grains of sand that line every beach. One war has now ended, for another to begin. Yen will sort of pull out of one of her pockets what seems to be like a little locket thing, and she will sort of hold it out for you. This is how you will get back.
I'll reach up my hand for the locket.
She will sort of loosely let it slip and fall into your hand.
I'm gonna turn around to start heading towards Apollo, to the other two.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stop and turn back. Do you know what my goal is?
You wish to return to the state of understanding you once had.
Yes. I wish to know everything. But I found that the best way to pursue that is to not worry about the things that I don't know. It's counterintuitive as it may seem.
She'll kind of...
I don't know what's the future.
Sorry.
Oh, sorry. I don't know what the future holds. So I will not worry about it.
She will sort of crack a smile and give a light nod.
I'll give her a nod back and make my way to the other two.
As she sort of turns to leave too, she'll sort of mumble, but intentionally saying it loud enough that you can hear her. I once wished to know everything as well.
I am not going to respond to that.
Alright. And with that, we're gonna hop back to these two guys before that hit. As you two approach, you can see this very well dressed, very fancy, what is the best way to describe him? He looks regal but militaristic.
Like a general.
Yeah. Like a colonel.
I love your chicken.
My name's not Sanders, it's Redolin.
Oh, my mistake.
Asta, didn't you have
So-
something to say to this guy?
Wasn't sure what to say. Yen just told me to come talk to him.
Oh, right. The floor
Hello,
is yours, Redolin.
Redlin.
Ah, yes.
Thank you for helping us in this time.
Oh, it's no issue at all, really. It's a mutual benefit. Though it is good to finally meet you. I've heard many good things about you.
You've heard of me before?
I've heard of both of you before.
From
That's a
who?
surprise.
Well, one of you I've heard for the things you have done, and the other one I've heard for the things you're going to do. At least, according to Gab. He's right 100% of the time, 60% of the time.
See, I expected you to say you'd heard good things from Yin about Asta. That was expected. But the castle knowing about both of us?
I don't think Yen mentioned me at all.
Well, no. That's what I'm saying, is the fact that what he's heard is from the castle is actually entirely unexpected for me.
Well,
Only hurts a little bit. It's alright.
it was diplomatic discussion. I'd heard about you long before you ever came here.
Well, 1 second, Redolin. Asta, why does that hurt at all?
No, that was me making a joke. That was me joking about character.
Oh.
My bad.
No, you're good.
I was making a joke about Yen not mentioning Asta at all. So it's kind of like a kid being upset that their grandma don't talk about them or something.
Well, okay, so then tell us about this diplomatic discussion.
Right, I feel like
it's-
this is something we should know.
It's quite simple. Two opposing ideologies clashing. And fortunately for Yen, and I suppose us, we're somewhere in the middle. Now, Yen has something to offer us that we can't exactly get from the other side. So, she has us at her disposal.
So you're acting as mercenaries, essentially.
I wouldn't say such a harsh thing.
What's harsh about being a mercenary? It's honest work.
It's far from honest. Take the highest bid, kill whoever you're told.
Be a mercenary with a code of ethics. There's nothing wrong with that.
We are here because we lack a code of ethics. And even with such a thing, we don't exactly acknowledge mercenaries as anything of worth.
Well, as a former mercenary, I hope that you can see it from my point of view as well.
We were mercenaries?
Yes, when we fought for the Elven army, we were mercenaries.
Yeah, I hate to break it to you, but we didn't really fight very much in that whole debacle.
When we signed our contract to fight for the Elven army, we were mercenaries. Better?
Okay, that tracks.
Well, I had the misfortune of dying at the hands of some mercenaries. That's how I got here. Well, I suppose my lifestyle is part of how I got here, but more importantly,
I'm sorry to hear of your fate, but just know that the actions of one don't speak for the greater conglomeration, let's say.
I suppose times have changed. I must acknowledge that to some extent.
And look, we're on the same side now.
Indeed.
And I won't call you a mercenary. I just don't know what to call your merry band of fighters with a cause.
Soldiers, freedom fighters, rebellion.
Consider us reinforcements.
Reinforcements.
That works.
In any case, to put it very simply, we are the only realm, well, of the lower half, of course, that are not going to side with fate.
Mm-hmm.
Ironically, fate and anything it has its hands in will have no part in this fight in any way at all. It's simply a ideological difference. Although, I suppose, being from the living realm and still being living yourselves, you're rather used to that format.
This is all very wonderful. What exactly were we meant to be hearing over here, though?
Ah,
Yeah,
yes,
you
of
had we had to
course.
come speak with you.
To the point. You know, I like that. That was one good quality of mercenaries.
Sure. To the point.
Precisely. Essentially, things may get a little dicey in the realms, so we may have to move to where you live. Now, not specifically a city or anything of that matter, but when we go there, we're going to be a lot more, well, physical, and we are going to bleed and die. So, we're going to need places and people and allies and such to go to when things get interesting.
You're saying that in coming back, you will be alive again and you want allies in the living realm.
Yes.
Well, if you're going to be our allies in whatever is to come, I don't see why we wouldn't continue to be your allies afterward. Unless, of course, you do something terrible.
Define
Yeah.
terrible.
I don't know, kicking babies, eating people,
Genocide.
causing genocide, causing cataclysmic destruction, collapsing the sky.
Generally things that you wouldn't have done unto yourself.
He's gonna sort of actually, stop and consider this as if he hadn't thought about this.
Just don't be a dick.
How long have you been dead?
Me? Let's see. The year would be 82, 83, if I'm not mistaken.
Is that the year? Okay, yeah.
So I died.
He's going to the notes! He's going to the notes!
Somebody stop him.
Hey, Ike, you're there. Stop him. You can do it.
See, if I stop him, then he doesn't get the answer to the question that we just asked.
Sure, just make sure he comes up for air.
I can't do that. He ran away.
He's in your house. Bear, sick him.
Not Bear.
Ah, yes. It would have been the year 2600, roughly around that time.
So, about 5,500 years.
Somewhere in that range.
Okay, so you've got to understand that nowadays people give each other basic respect, even when at war. We don't mutilate the bodies of our enemies. We don't treat our prisoners horribly. We offer each other basic respect.
You want to others as you would have done unto yourself.
Exactly.
What has become of this world?
We're not
We've changed
assholes
for the better.
to each other.
Life is wasted on the living.
Why? Because we enjoy it more?
Because you still have it.
I don't know
That
what
sounded
deal
oddly-
was brokered between you and Ian, and I won't keep running in my mouth for fear of ruining it.
Oh, you don't have to worry about that. I have no stake in this. I go where the castle sends me. I do as it instructs me.
Your castle has a king, right?
You haven't seen it.
No, and I don't know that I want to.
It's not too
Ew.
far of a journey.
No, I've heard things about your castle. Asta, what do you think?
I'm trying to decide if I'm still trying to figure out if it's possible to be like discriminatory towards living people after what he said. But maybe we should meet this king at least once to get a good feel of his outlook on what happens here.
Hey, just want to point out, Yin made this deal, not us. It's not for us to decide whether it was good or not.
Well, I get that, but I'm also Yen's follower, so I don't know.
If you want to speak to the king, by all means, I'll hunt something else.
We don't have to. We can just move on.
I wouldn't stop you from doing that. I just want to urge to you. This isn't our deal to barter and bargain.
I know.
The man's sort of cold, sarcastic expression will curl into a somewhat unsettling smile before extending a quick hand for a handshake. Well, it's been nice to meet you, and I look forward to working with you in the future.
And I'll also tell if it's like safe to shake this guy's hand or not, or can I make some kind of check?
Apollo's just gonna.
Okay. I mean, as far as Asta can see, it's not as though there's a whole lot he can / would do to you here.
Yeah, Apollo extends his hand for the handshake.
He meets it readily and quickly shakes your hand.
Asta will wait for his turn to shake his hand.
He will then bring his hand over to Asta. And when he shakes your hand, Asta, he sort of squeezes a little tighter and stares you right in the eye. Not really in any sort of like menacing or intimidating way, but more so just like just trying to gauge you, I guess.
Gauge me how?
Just trying to figure out what you're all about.
I guess Asta will squeeze the hand in return and meet the eye contact. He's not really sure what he's about at this moment, but he knows it's his choice to be involved, and so that's good enough for him. Like, no one forced him to be here, he chose to be here.
Well then, I suppose I should head off. I believe it's at this point, if Ezekiel still is here, he would arrive.
Ezekiel! Ezekiel!
How'd your conversation go, Ezekiel?
Raise the microphone! We'll lower it!
God damn it.
Every time. Every time!
The conversation went well enough.
Yeah,
I have our way out.
Our way out is Yen not gonna take us out?
I'll hold up the pendant.
What? What is that?
Our way out.
Now's not the time for fashion, Ezekiel. How do we escape this? Look, it's been fun. I need the sun.
You are the sun. Get it? Cause I'm broken.
Apollo just blank stare, just stares at you.
Like him or hate him, he's spitting straight facts.
If you like it or hate it, I'm not telling a lie.
How do we use the pendant?
I'm more concerned. Well, I'm also concerned with why Yen's not planning on coming with us. What's gonna happen to her?
I'm sure she's
Do I know how to
fine.
use the pendant?
Does he know how to use the pendant?
She didn't explain anything. She just handed him a pendant and then walked away.
Is she still here or did she leave?
She seems to be off doing what is this, I guess, would look like effectively a shambled, shackled together, war council.
Okay. How do you use any sort of magic item? You just kind of focus on it, right? Can you focus on it?
Yeah, I can certainly try. I'll check out the pendant.
Okay. As you sort of start to mess around with the pendant, it seems to be pretty clear that it's essentially just a self-contained teleportation spell. But while you're doing that, unfortunately, I'm going to have to ask you to roll me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh, wisdom save. Okay,
Pretty much
hold on.
unrelated to what you're doing, but
Oh.
Totally unrelated.
Wisdom save 9.
Oh god.
a 9?
Mm-hmm.
I see. Ezekiel, you're able to open the portal, and all that's doing just fine. But, you're starting to get real drowsy. Real sleepy.
Oh. I'm half elf. I am immune to sleeping effects.
Immune to magical sleep. That's half of.
I guess what I'm where I'm going with this is it's not as much that like a spell has been cast or anything. It's more as like it's like you're unnaturally tired, but it's not anything magical happening.
A lot of stamina has been sapped out all at once.
Yeah. If you're not gonna like fall asleep or anything, you like at the very least you feel exhausted.
Could it be an effect of the realm?
It would be if you were like a being of the light.
Does he have? Are there any physical changes to him? Do we see any like markings or anything?
I think you would see bags start to form under his eyes like immediately.
Ezekiel, are you feeling okay?
Damn, that sleep kicked in fast.
I am feeling out of it for some reason.
Should we ask Yen about this? I mean, she's here and we're planning on leaving. I think the last thing we should do is leave if there's an effect that we know nothing about.
Right. Also, we'll go ask Yen about what's happening, if she knows what's happening to Ezekiel.
It would seem it's time for him to see something again.
Him to see some. What do you mean? Is he gonna have another vision?
He should go to sleep. He should go to sleep. Is that what you're getting at?
Yen sort of like places a hand on the side of her head, sort of thinking. I suppose that is up to him.
I will let the sleep take me.
Alright.
Can we carry his body through the portal to the living room?
You certainly can. And you'll end up right back on the road.
Otherwise, this 8-hour sleep turns into a 16 real fast.
Yeah, no, you're able to pack them over there, and you're back on the section of road where you took the bag of holding and all of that.
Oh, right.
Ezekiel,
Mm-hmm.
as you begin to fall asleep, you begin to see the Fate's Eye from above again. But this time you can see it from above, and you can see it. How I can only describe it as seeing both points of view at the same time. And one of them is you standing at the edge of what seems to be a deep lake that has formed around the pillar at the center of the Fate's Eye. And you can see as that begins to rapidly expand outwards, and instead of coming to you, it pushes the ground away that you're standing on, building this sort of massive pool. And out of it, you can see dawn.
Oh.
The Dawn, not Kishta, but Dawn.
Yes.
Shit.
Now this pool looks identical to the material that purple is made out of.
Hmm.
But that is all there is to that vision.
Alright then.
And of course, after I should probably tell you that after the vision ends, you wake back up.
Yeah, makes sense.
How long did that take?
For you guys, about 60 seconds, maybe?
Oh, he was out and up like that.
Yeah, but for Ezekiel, it feels like you've been out for a while.
Hmm.
Well, that was a quick sleep.
Was it?
Minute tops.
Feels much longer than a minute.
No. 60 seconds at most.
What do you see?
Yeah, what did you see?
I'm gonna relay what I saw to these guys.
You saw Dawn.
You saw Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Like the Dawn, like with a capital D. Like lady that our parents told us about Dawn.
Yep, pretty much.
Well, we've got to go get her.
Well, hold on. We don't even know where she is. We just know where the Fate's Eye is. So I guess that's where we gotta go, I guess. But we don't even know how to summon her or anything. You just saw her coming out of a pool?
Coming out of a pool. And you said in the center of Fate's Eye?
Mm-hmm.
We know exactly where we're going.
Sure.
I mean, we've got to go, right?
Probably.
Don't really see any other option.
This is what we've been training for. Rescue Dawn.
Wait, since when have we been training to rescue Dawn?
That's all Dad's ever talking about is rescuing Dawn. That's what he's always trained me for. That's my entire life's mission, is to rescue Dawn.
Then let's go.
If she's coming out of an inky black pool in the Center of Fate's Eye, then I need to be there to greet her. If, Ezekiel, if we get to the Center of Fate's Eye, can you point out the position where she will be crawling out?
Probably.
Okay. Then it sounds like we know where we're going.
So, bear in mind, you have 3 days until this war is supposed to begin.
How long does it take to travel to Fate's Eye?
Well, I mean, you could teleport there.
Alright, yeah. I just need to find a teleporter in New Mistport. I'm sure there's one.
We should have access to those.
Yeah. We've got access to the tower. The tower has everything. That's my vote. I vote we teleport to Fate's Eye. I want to hear what you guys both want to do.
I don't really know what else to do. I'm kind of
Yes,
just here.
I'd say that's what we probably should do.
The only thing I know is that there's going to apparently carrying a cataclysmic monster on my back, and no one else will tell me anything. So let's just go.
Brother, I'm sorry. I have nothing else to tell you about that.
I know you don't, but a lot of other people do evidently. But it's my choice, and I'm sticking with it. Let's just keep going.
Alright. You travel to the Fate's Eye. Give me one moment.
He's picking up the D100. He's putting down the D100. He gave the owl a kiss on the forehead.
Oh.
We're getting the play-by-play from Ike. This is rare territory.
The dog came to join us.
Bear!
Hi, Bear.
Bear, bear, baby bears!
Who's that calling you?
Baby bears. Best friend, my little baby bear. What are you doing? What's baby bear doing? Is he freaking out? Does he see somebody? Is somebody calling his name?
He's
What
got
are you
the
doing?
biggest bug eyes right now.
What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing, best buddy? What are you doing? What are you
There he
doing?
goes.
What are you doing, baby bear?
He left. He ran away.
Bye, bear bears.
Oh, and he's back again.
Hey, baby bear. What are you doing? My little buddy, I miss you. I'm sorry, I'm probably hyping up your dog right now.
He's calm. Hey, don't eat dice, please.
The first physical dice.
A little nutritious snack.
Oh gosh, it's too heavy. I need to try to munch on these.
Alright. The Fate's Eye. As soon as you get there, you'll notice that only one thing has changed. All of the cosmic ash that was there has seemingly miraculously changed and is all now pooling.
Has it changed into black? What's it called?
Dark
Has it
plasma?
changed to
Dark
dark
plasma.
plasma?
Yes, it has all began to change into dark plasma and is
Oh
pooling
god.
around the pillar at the center. And at the center, where there was once a anime fight between Tide and
Hey,
there now just stands Tide, sort of watching from above.
Tide. Tide's pretty far up there, ain't he?
Mm-hmm.
Is it out
Oz
of
is
like,
gonna
shouting
send-
range? Oh, gosh.
Os is gonna send his drone up there to go have a chat with him.
I mean, to be fair, Tide can hear you. I don't know if you could hear Tide.
That's what the drone is for. The drone has audio and video feedback.
All right. You send the drone up there.
Tide, what are you doing up there? Have you found did you deal with bait?
The duel has concluded.
Well, that's great. I'm guessing you won, considering you're still here,
It ended
right?
as it typically does.
Is that a good thing or a bad thing?
It is good for now.
Speaking a lot of
Okay.
unfinished ideas, don't you?
They're finished thoughts from me.
Okay, well, what happens now? Like, I mean, I feel like all of this. How did all this dark plasma get here? Did you do this? Who did? Who took? Because I thought you had to use. I thought you had to restore ash to turn it into plasma.
While I did not do this on my own.
You're not making any sense.
While I did not do this on my own, I certainly did my best to help it along.
Help
Did
it
you
along,
have
then.
help from somebody else, or did the plasma want to do this? Was it already trying to repair itself?
The plasma.
They did. If you didn't do this, then who did?
The plasma began to do it itself. It is responding to the brain.
The brain.
Let's say it. Ox's heart would sink a little bit, thinking that he's the one that caused it to happen from him doing it to Purple.
The brain. Do you mean the brain kind of points at Purple? The brain?
Tide will nod.
It is Purple.
Purple did this?
Is this... Are you saying that all of this in front of us is a part of Purple?
Yes.
Asta will hold out his hand and kind of ask Purple to show itself.
Purple will sort of slither on out to the end of your hand.
Purple, what is this?
Fourth season.
What?
Fourth season? What does that mean?
The final season. The final era.
Of what?
The world as most know it.
Oh, you're scaring me.
Or do you plan to end the world?
No.
Now, what is your plan?
I just intend to end the torment this world has been through.
What do you mean? What torment are you talking about? Kishta, fate, like, some context clues would be real helpful here, buddy.
Tide will sort of speak up, answering for Purple. Destiny.
You plan to
Destiny.
end Destiny.
What? I'm still confused. What does Destiny have to do with any of this?
Are you familiar with the prophecies?
unfortunately. Not enough to know what they are, not enough to understand them.
Do you know who wrote them?
I was guessing Fate did, but I never really know for certain.
Can I roll an intelligence check to see if I've put it together?
Yes.
Roll a d20. That's an 8 intelligence plus 2. That's only 2.
I'm afraid this one slips out of your grasp.
Yeah.
Dude, I'm gonna roll it as well. You said intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, mine's only a +1. I don't know if I can get that either. It's just a check, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I only got a 5. I ain't got that mug either.
Tide will speak up again. I wrote them.
Purple, you wrote the prophecy?
No, Tide.
Oh, Tide. I thought that was Purple talking, my bad. Wait, Tide, if you wrote them, that still doesn't make any sense. Why?
I wrote them many lifetimes ago.
For what purpose?
To show you the patterns.
Patterns. You also started to put the pieces together. The prophecies weren't prophecies, they were tellings of the past, weren't they?
I still don't understand something though. Some of the prophecies didn't happen.
Something must have happened to prevent them from coming true.
No, but if they're patterns, if they're things that are bound to happen, something's broken. This is different. Something's different.
Are you familiar with an Ouroboros?
Yes, the snake that eats itself. It goes on forever.
You have been living in one for 8 generations.
So when you said you're a follower of Yin this time to Asta here,
It's like,
the previous 7 might not have been.
then what happened to the previous 7?
They all suffered a similar fate.
That fate being what? They died?
Thank you.
Yes, they died.
Okay. And what makes me any different?
A few things. 1, yourself. 2, things far beyond your control that have been slowly been set in motion. Lifetime after lifetime.
Tarians?
No. This information is dangerous.
Walk over. I think everything we're about to do is dangerous.
You see Apollo looks like he wants to say something, but he kind of just purses his lips and he starts walking toward the center of this mass of dark matter.
Maybe we should hear what he has to say, Apollo.
It sounds like he doesn't want to say it. And I don't
Oh.
think we should go digging for it, personally.
I don't know. Tide, what aren't you telling us?
What do you want out of this world?
Who's he asking?
All of you.
want one simple thing. I want to do with my life something good enough to pass along to a child of my own. And right now that means going and greeting Dawn when she crawls out of this mess.
There's still 3 seasons yet to come before that time.
So you're saying I need to practice patience.
I will sort of chuckle to himself.
Okay.
You've already outlived your expectancy. Impressive. I encourage you to continue.
Wait, you said all. He's outlived his expectancy, or we all have?
We all have.
So we've never made it this far before.
Indeed.
And what's so different?
During the 2nd season, I have a request. After the war is over,
You're it.
Tide will sort of take something out of his, one of his many, like, sort of coat pockets and toss it down.
What is it?
Well, it will sort of land sticking out of the ground, and it seems to be a scroll in some sort of metal casing.
Screw? Like a screw, like you put it in wood or something, like a screw.
A scroll. Like, yeah, you read
Oh, scroll.
stuff off of
Okay.
it.
Okay. Also, will pick it up.
I want you to go there.
Go. What? Does it say where we're going on the scroll?
It is a map. You can see a map with a very distinct route that leads you basically up to Dorncorv and then a little east from there.
To recognize where this leads in any way?
I'm trying to think if anybody would have heard of this.
Would our parents have done any construction out there?
I don't think so.
Then we almost certainly wouldn't have heard of
Yeah, I mean, you're familiar enough with the general area, you know what you're heading into, but for the most part, like, the exact directions don't seem to lead anywhere important.
it. I'm sure we'll figure it out when we get to it.
You'll saw tide rising out of this eye. Do you know when that's gonna happen?
When what is going to happen?
When dawn will rise out of the tide, it will be in the 4th season. We're in the 1st.
So we have time.
We have time.
Then I guess let's head follow the map, I guess.
That's after the war ends. We're not ready for that yet either.
Okay.
You're plenty ready. I only recommend the 2nd season. so that you may be around for the war. You can leave now if you so desire. Just know you will be leaving the world behind to face the war without you.
Where does this war start? Where should we go now?
Wherever you wish to protect.
Sounds like home again. What do you guys think? Where would you like to protect?
Or Tor.
Can you repeat that?
Really, either New Misport or Tor. I mean, Billy and William are still there.
There's also the capital. We fought
That
so
too.
hard to reclaim it.
I guess there's a lot more than one place that's home.
I mean, Tiberius is there, so I feel like it's gonna be fine. Like, it's already guarded by a powerful warrior, so...
Well, by the same logic, they've got William and Tor. He's a pretty tough dude.
So I think we should check in on them just to be sure they're okay before everything goes down.
You're telling me I have a very important meeting with William that has been postponed for far too long now.
Yeah, what's the fastest way we can get to Tor?
Sorry.
We can't leave New Misport undefended for this battle. What's our
I know,
goal?
I'm saying like, having a goal implies we know what's going to happen. At least in my experience.
What is the
But
fastest way?
I guess our goal is to
Actually,
prepare.
Not too far from Tor.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, because we're at Fate's Eye right now.
Mm-hmm.
But we're at the center. That's pretty far away.
Well, so you're at the center, but I guess something to think about is all of the cosmic ash has all drawn to the middle, creating this lake. So you're a little closer to Tor than you would have been before.
Okay. So we are close to Tor now. We can go by Tor and then maybe teleport from Tor to New Misport.
Sounds like the best plan we have to meet.
Okay. That's the plan.
All right. Going north to Tor. All right. Is there anything in particular you would like to do, like on your way to Tor, or any particular medium you would like to take to get there?
The canals all run south, don't they?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we can't take those.
That would be the fastest way, I guess.
We sprint.
Mounts, trains.
Is there a magic circle? Wait, where are we going again?
Tor. The western.
Is there a
place.
is there a magic circle in Tor?
Like a teleportation circle?
Teleportation circle, that's the word. I
don't
gotta
know
find
if
the
there
spell.
is.
We gotta put somebody on that.
Yeah, because I still have
Somebody
a
on
fifth
that.
level. I still have a fifth level slot. If it's got a teleportation circle, I can take us there.
You don't need a teleportation circle to teleport there. You just need to be able to describe the place you're going to.
No, that's not how it works.
No?
Teleportation circles can only take you to teleportation circles.
Do you plan
You
on
can
drawing
go
one or using the
anywhere
5th level
to-
teleport spell?
Well, the teleportation circle has a much larger range than teleport.
Oh, I don't think we're going too far. He said we're kind of close to it.
Mm-hmm.
If you have teleport.
Oh, are we close to it? Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Yeah, we can just run there.
Yeah.
All right. Well, you make your way to Tor. Along your way there, you'll notice that, like in a lot of the little towns you end up passing through, there seems to be like a lot of tents set up around the buildings that there were, usually there before.
Does it seem like this place is war torn? Like the tents are out of necessity, or?
It doesn't seem like the war has started yet, but it does seem like a civil war is about to start.
I want to look for William.
As you make your way further north towards the Cascades region, you're able to make your way to that little town where you first found all of them in the very beginning.
Are there tents here too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you remember, William and Billy and all of those guys are a little further north into the actual mountains.
Okay.
Because they live, right near Sia.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm gonna go to the bank.
Alright, you stop in on at the bank. And unsurprisingly, as always, despite the fact a civil war is about to start, there stands William.
Sir, I just rolled into town with like $1 million gold in my pocket. It's good to see you.
It's good to see you too. It's been a while.
You'd be glad to hear that I've learned patience. Mastered it even.
No, you haven't.
You're right. I haven't. I hate it.
That's
You were able to tell the truth at the end. How's Billy been? Do you still see him?
Every day
Is he okay?
seems to be doing pretty good. Starting to get a little, how would I put it? Rambunctious.
How old is he now?
Oh, only 6 months older.
We've been gone much longer than 6 months, right? No.
Only been 6 months.
Wow.
A lot's happened since then.
A lot has happened in 6 months.
So Billy's only like what, 6 years old?
Mm-hmm.
Has he had another birthday in that 6 months? Is he 7 now?
Well, yeah, so he was 6 when... Do I even... I gotta check if I even got his birthday.
What month is it? Hold on. Where are we? What's happening?
No,
Oh no! I thought too much about the details.
No!
Guys, I'm lost in the details.
I'm lost in the sauce.
He's lost in the sauce.
I got lost in the sauce.
Not like this.
It would appear he is still 6. His birthday is going to be next month.
Ooh.
Because
It's almost 7.
It's currently it's the 14th month.
Oh. Oh gosh.
Because there's 24 months in a year in Petornia.
Does that mean people die at average age like 50?
I mean, even, 50 is like...
Oh man. In Petornia years, I'm only 12. Oh god. Wait, so a 6-year-old is like a 12-year-old to us?
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
But I mean...
Brings up another question. How many months are there in Petornia?
What about
In Petornia, how many months are there in a year?
12.
Yeah.
So Kitria has basically the same time as us.
And there's how many months in Petornia?
24.
Right. So that means Daedalus and Apollo are like not Daedalus. Austin and Apollo are like 12 and 13. Or something, or I'm mathing wrong.
No, I think we were
I'll
20. Yeah, we were like
21 and 25,
in
right?
Kitria, yeah. So we're like 10 10 in
10 and
Pretoria
14.
years.
But something also to keep in mind is that because of the time dilation between different dimensions,
It's about the same.
yeah, it all works out to be the same.
Okay.
But yeah,
Okay. William, I really need to talk to you. I don't want to hold up everybody, so I'd like to meet with you sometime. I believe my friend here wants to go and see Billy, and I'm not sure if Ezekiel has anyone specific he'd like to see.
well, that's alright.
See Billy, comma, the kid.
Mm-hmm. Do you know where Billy is now?
Back at the house with breakfast. If and you want it.
Ezekiel, what would you like to do while we're here?
Nothing really in particular. Oh shit, wait. I'll deal with that later. No, I don't think I want to do anything in particular here. However, DM, I've probably lost that bonus from being in that other place, huh?
The Dark Realm.
Yeah, the bonus on my physical stats.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured I'm just gonna reduce
The
those real
Underdark or
quick.
the Dark Realm?
That was the Underdark. Well, it's up to you.
Go
Asta.
see the kid, but I also want to have a conversation, a one-on-one conversation with Purple if possible. But mainly the kid. The Purple thing can wait.
Okay, I'm just waiting to have a little time with William. That's all.
Well,
Figured we were going to do your thing first.
if you need me, I can close down the bank, shuffle everybody out. And as for Billy, just head up the road. You'll find him there.
So we'll look to Apollo and tell him, hey, like, the thing we came to talk about, do you want to do that alone, or...
Yes, yeah. I owe him some progress. He owes me a lesson. I think I'd prefer a moment.
That's-
with him.
Dude, that's why I'm asking. Like, I'll just go see Billy. You handle your business.
I appreciate that.
Well, yeah, man, of course. I gotta go see how Billy's doing anyway. I told him I'd look after him. Just handle your business. We'll meet back up later, alright? Be careful. Just be safe.
Always.
Alright. Also, we'll pat Apollo on the shoulder and then give William a nice polite wave, and then he'll head off to go see Billy.
Alright. William will sort of just stare at Ezekiel. How about you?
Um,
There's a whole lot of town outside.
I don't know what to say.
You in the market for a gun?
Yeah, sure. I can get a gun. I think I was looking for a gun, a magic gun, but they didn't sell any last time I was here.
It's true. Well, I suppose if you-
Ezekiel's actually the protagonist of that game, Wizard with a Gun.
My wizard's got a gun, my wizard's got a gun, my wizard's got a gun, you better run.
I mean, if someone was resilient enough, I suppose you could buy a normal gun, fasten it however you want it.
Yeah, I'll take a normal gun.
Do you know any crazy smiths in town that might work with them on forging a magic gun from scratch?
Crazy? Yes. Magic? Yes. Help? Well,
What if he offered them 5 gold pieces?
I feel like you've been here enough times to know that your gold, it don't mean a whole lot.
Wasn't it extremely valuable last time we were out here?
Yes, but not in transactions like that.
Okay, here. I'm going to give you 5 gold pieces. How much cash does that get me?
About $500.
I'm going to give you another 500 gold pieces.
You already deposited a whole lot of gold in my bank.
I did forget about that. I do have quite a lot of gold on me. Here, I'll just give you 600 total. And what is it, times 100? So 60,000 gold or $60,000? 600 times 100, 60,000. Yeah, I'll just give you 600. And you give me 60,000, and Ezekiel, here you go. Here's $60,000. I'm sure that's enough to forge your dream gun from scratch.
Thank you.
Is that? Do you think that would? Do you think there would be anyone crazy enough to help with that?
I certainly think so.
And that's teamwork.
Yeah.
Gonna work. Teamwork.
Yeah. That's the kind of teamwork I've seen. Alright, well, I suppose I'll be seeing you fellas later. And as for you, Apollo, he sort of lets Ezekiel out and locks the door.
I'm gonna level with you.
Mm-hmm.
I thought long and hard about some stuff my dad told me.
That's never good.
And something's been nagging at me since that first time I left. It's been hitting me in the back of my brain. Dad told stories about William.
What do you mean?
One that could construct anything from nothing.
That seems pretty magical.
It does. Does that sound familiar to you?
Ain't never heard of nothing like that in my life.
I want to look him dead in his eyes. No. Never.
He's giving you exactly the same face I'm giving you. Well, I thought I
You
could
could
hide it from you.
actually look Avery in his eyes. The power you wield right now.
I don't know how I didn't see this the last time we spoke.
I don't know how you saw it when you did.
It clicked. You were a guide to me the same way you were a guide to him at times. And what I'm going to ask you for now is extremely selfish, but please, could you teach me just a bit more?
I suppose that depends on what kind of teaching you're asking.
We have joked a bit that I have mastered patience, but I truly have learned to be patient. And I've been patient. If it seems like I'm anxious to jump on an opportunity, it's because I've got patience down, and I don't want to wait for an opportunity to wait anymore. Luck is when opportunity meets preparedness, and I am very prepared. I just need opportunity. But for now, because I am willing to wait for a real opportunity, so for now, teach me how to use this. And he's going to pull out his gun. And teach me how to use it properly.
A smile, an irrepressible smile, is going to wash over William's face. I see. I figured you'd come back. I figured you'd ask about it. How long you got?
Well, I hear there's a war coming. To be totally honest with you, I plan to be in New Mistport when that happens.
Mm-hmm.
So I've got pretty much right up until the war needs to start and my friends and I need to leave.
I suppose I understand that. Sort of start to rub his chin, thinking about it.
You know, I'd have been here sooner if life didn't decide that it wasn't an option. I do hope you've all been as okay as Tor allows you to be.
I think if anybody was to blame you about what life causes or brings you, I think they're an agent of life itself. Just as out to push you down as anything else.
I think you might be right about that one. Oh, your country accent is starting to stick over here. that Tor accent is thick.
It's stuck on me.
Yeah, I see. That never mentioned a Tor accent. I see it's part of you now.
Well, when he first met me, there wasn't no Tor to talk about in the first place.
That's fair.
500 years in one spot, that'll change things.
Apollo will take out both of his pistols and sort of set them on the counter. So, that's how long I've got. What have you got to teach me?
Draw.
On reflex, Apollo will lift one off the table and aim it directly ahead of himself.
William will sort of sit back, thinking about that, up against the wall. Alright. Well, I got something to work with.
Here's what I can tell you. I can shoot in a pretty straight line. That's about all I got.
Well, one important thing to keep in mind when you're shooting, especially pistols, is it's pretty important not to get shot yourself.
Well, I'd expect as much.
ducking and covering. Because you're going to war. You're not going to a gunfight. Alright, let me take a look at these.
Apollo will sort of set down the one that he's picked up. He's got them setting side by side.
I'll begin to examine them.
They're custom from Dad.
Well, he's definitely gotten better. Ain't as good as me, though.
Well, he did say he lost the talent after a while.
Well,
Something about on scan or something like that.
that'll happen to the best of us.
Yeah. You know, you can't just make stuff anymore. It takes some tools and effort and time. Not like what he used to be able to do. At least not in the stories. Seems like legends of the past aren't all that they used to be.
Never are.
Oh, never are. What about you? I heard you could forge realms.
Could is an important part of that sentence now.
Yeah. They never are the same.
You know, the funniest part about you bringing all this up, it sounds sad, but truth is, it's your fault.
Well, I don't want it to sound sad. I think growth and change are normal. I'm sure my brother would attest to that.
There can only be so many legends in play at one time. Some of us gotta wear down so the others can start to pick up.
I'm no legend, sir. I'm
Right.
no legend. I'm a soldier.
Neither was I back then.
Apollo kind of cocks his head. He goes, well, sure, but you were forging realms.
And you ain't?
Well, no, I'm actually being turned away at locked doors right now. But eventually. Eventually.
All you're missing is a key.
Yeah, I've got my eyes out for that. I was closer than I thought, which means I'm probably now much, much further than I think. But I know where to look.
Really? He sort of, almost sarcastically, asks.
With a stone cold serious face, he goes, not at all. Not at all.
I see, I see. Well, you know, there's a lot of paths available. He's sort of disassembling the guns and sort of inspecting different parts of them as he's talking about this. There's a lot of ways life can take you. Infinite. You can go any direction. But generally, when you start getting old like me and your dad, you go one or two ways. You either move on, or you hang on. Ain't no one better than the other. But just choosing where you want to die. I think I'd rather move on. Ain't no use holding on.
I agree. And I know Dad decided to hang on. There's just one more thing he wants to do, but there's always one more thing, you know?
Always one more thing. Always one thing to get back.
And I'm glad to hear that the big one more thing should be coming to an end soon. I've heard some news about that, but I wonder what that will do to him. I wonder if he'll finally be able to just move on and quit hanging on.
Truth is, it don't matter.
No?
None of us do. Only you do.
Well, you need to think from my perspective. I don't matter. But you do.
I don't think you're getting what I'm saying. Y'all are young. Real young. Younger than we were. Doing things better than we were.
That's not all that matters. Youth and drive and accomplishments, that's not all that matters anymore. We've got to respect those that came before us, that laid the groundwork, gave us opportunity. That's all just as important. If you ask me, making sure that you get to be comfortable in your final days is just as important as going out and making sure that I do something great.
That's probably because you got us breathing down your neck.
You know, I've actually not heard from my father in a few months now. I should check in on him, but it's good to have a degree of separation when I still haven't accomplished any of my goals. It's hard to check in when my only progress is that I'm falling behind. But I'm learning to be patient. I get that lesson a lot.
Patience ain't something anybody teaches you. It's something the world does.
Yeah, I'm getting that lesson a lot. But, you know, it is a real teacher. I do often jump on opportunity far too soon. I should let more pass by. Wait for the right one.
Too far either way, and again, you're just moving on or holding on.
There's definitely a balance. And like you said, I'm young. I've got time to figure it out.
You certainly do. You know, that's one thing about this world that I can't never get behind. Always telling the young people, the world's about to end. And they need your help. And only your help. It's a lot. It's a whole lot to put on somebody. But if you think about it, it's how it's always been. When I was first coming up, the world was ending. It was my job to fix it. The guys who told me that, well, when they were coming up, the world was ending. It was their job to fix it. I guess my way of moving on is, the world's always ending. Fix it.
That's the truth.
Fix it at your leisure.
Yeah. That's one lesson that hit me real hard in the face when this whole Fate's Eye thing happened. World's always ending, and it's not even my job to fix it, but if I will, I'll do it in my time.
Well, I suppose if you want to get on to any world fixing, we better get to some shoot.
Yeah, but those are still in pieces.
Well, that's part of it.
You're not going to ask me to put that back to... I wasn't watching. Hold on. Come on, man.
I hope you don't hate me for it.
Apollo takes out his puzzle, and he disassembles it completely, and he pushes it across to William. You're putting that together.
Oh, hell.
I'll race you.
Race me. Alright. I ain't out nothing.
He's already starting to put the gun together.
I'm gonna have him roll for this. I wonder if he can put it together.
I got a roll for mine too, though. What is this, intelligence or?
I believe this one would be. Yeah, this one's intelligence.
I should probably turn the light on again.
14.
17 plus 2, 19.
Ooh. Wait, so you guys got the same roll?
Oh, he's got a +5.
Mm-hmm.
Of course he's smart. So we tied.
You tied. Not TID, but tied. Yeah.
You know, considering I put together 2 guns, I think that means I win.
Well, what do you win?
A free lesson from William.
I believe you would have put a bet on that before we...
It was unspoken. You know the rules of bet.
Do I?
Apparently not.
Oh, well. Ain't that uncertain. A lesson, you say? Well,
You did say we best get to shooting.
I certainly did. He's gonna sort of stand up, you know. He was already standing, but sort of stop leaning against the counter, pushing himself and trying to like twist and crack and just stretch some of his aching joints. Alright then. He will pull a gun from his hip, which, for the first time that you've known, William, is unloaded, and he's going to begin to load it in preparation to go out.
What, did you shoot all the bullets you had?
It would seem as though he didn't load it.
That's strange for you. Oh, calm down, Bear.
Well, the way I see it, while I'm here, at the bank, ain't nothing here I need to protect worth killing anybody over. When I'm back at the homestead, that's a little more important.
So you don't think a bank full of the people's money is worth protecting with actual bullets?
Ain't worth killing anybody over.
Not even rubbers?
Afraid not.
Fair enough, I suppose.
Just pieces of metal and paper.
Paper.
Them dollars I've been
Oh.
handing you?
Oh, I understand. I thought you meant for protecting. I was quite confused.
Nah, for protecting that. I just yell real loud. Hopefully that works out. Ain't seen a robber since the war efforts started.
Right. I've been meaning to ask about that, but one thing at a time.
One crisis at a time is fine.
Ain't nothing more than a lover's spat.
It seems like a lot for
Ain't
a
nothing
lover's
wrong.
spat.
Ain't nothing like a falcon beat. Bing, bing,
That's the way it always goes around here. Love each other, but when they fight hard.
Can I ask who?
Those with flesh and blood and those with oil and metal.
Huh?
Warforged?
Mm-hmm. Warforged and
Y'all can hear me, right?
Yes.
Warforged
Sorry,
and
I moved
humans.
my laptop into my room so to make sure.
You're good.
Warforged and the humans. They've been fighting a long time.
Well, maybe you can tell me about it over our lesson. I am eager to make tangible progress.
Right. First, let me stop at the general store.
Absolutely.
I think with that, we're gonna transition over to our boy Asta.
Oh boy. Hold on just a second, I gotta grab my phone, I forgot it out there. So I shall return.
He ran away.
He ran away.
Oh.
He doesn't wanna.
He doesn't
wanna
want to
hang
play.
out with us.
He doesn't want to play anymore.
He doesn't like us.
Yeah, I do, shut up. I thought. Hello?
Yes,
Hello?
sir.
Oh, I thought I was gonna lose signal when I came out. I did not, so we're good. Alright, I'm on my way. I grabbed a snack. I'm back in the air conditioning and I'm on my way. Alright, let's do this. Me time. Let me see my baby boy. My kid. Asta's other unofficial son.
Just up the road from the bank, you find yourself in a pretty beautiful mountainous region. And you can see quite a few little like log cabins and such sort of dot their way around. But of course, you know where you're going.
Yeah.
And you make your way up there, and you can see essentially a 6-year-old throwing knives at a post.
Well, dang, easy there, killer.
What? As soon as he sees you, he drops all of the weaponry he was holding and begins to hop over fences towards you.
Oh, he's moving fast. Oh god, oh boy, oh gosh, oh god, oh god, oh god. Brace for impact.
The impact is devastating,
Ugh!
and the hug is even more unreasonably strong.
Oh god, you're strong for a 6-year-old. Oh golly gee. It's good to see you though, Billy. You doing okay? William taking good care of you?
Good to see you. And yeah, actually.
Good, good, good. So what you doing? Practicing?
Yeah. I seen some of the natives do this. I wanted to learn
The natives,
how.
huh? Well, I'm tell you what, it's not something I could do.
Ain't nothing too special.
Hey, anything you put work into is special. Never shortchange yourself.
Well, how about you? What adventures have you been on? Where you been?
Oh gosh, don't even. I'm not even sure where to begin. I've been solving murder mysteries, been fighting people, dealt with that whole explosion business that took out a lot of places. It's been a lot. Oh, this is purple. He's gonna like point to his arm and
Well, nice to meet
This-
you, Purple.
I accidentally made him.
Purple sort of grows an arm out and gives a little wave.
Yeah, I'm sorry it took so long to get back. It's just I told you I'd look after you, and it's been a lot.
No, you're all right. I'm just glad to see you again.
I'm glad to see you too, bud. I'm really glad to see that you're doing good.
Billy just kind of smiles at you.
But listen, while I'm here, there is something I want to talk to you about, but I just wanted to check and make sure you were okay first.
All right, I'm ready.
Well, there's gonna be a real big fight coming along, and I don't know if it's gonna I don't know if it's gonna reach this far or not, but in case it does, I want you to know it was coming. I'm sure Asta's probably telling William all about now. So Apollo's telling William about it all right now as we speak.
Mm.
And I wanted you to know that no matter what happens, never forget that you struggle, yeah, but I know I told you about that all plenty too much last time I was here. But there's one thing I did forget to tell you about, and that's your choice to do it. Whether you decide, however you decide to partake, or if you decide to not partake at all, I want you to know that that's your choice to do, and that nobody can take that away from you. Because I know some things might have changed these past 6 months, but it looks like you're following your own path, and I want to say I'm really proud of you for doing that. Sometimes things get in the way and it clouds what you think your choice might be, so I'm glad that you haven't lost sight of that.
I'm trying.
That's all you have to do is try. Nothing else, not a whole lot else matters besides that. As long as you're trying to live the life you want to live, then, I mean, you're succeeding. In my eyes, everybody should try and be as free as they possibly can without hindering anybody else in their goals. Be as free as you want, and just don't hinder anybody else's freedom.
Billy sort of nods to that.
You're a really good kid, Billy, and I'm proud of you, and can't wait to see what you do.
I think I've got things pretty well figured out.
I can tell.
I can throw a knife straight.
You've hit the bullseye probably more times than I can count.
And, William, he always talks about trying to be the best person you can.
Well, William is a pretty good guy.
He's pretty silly.
Yeah, everybody can be a little silly sometimes.
He doesn't take too many things seriously.
Does he now? You know what? Sometimes that's a good thing. You don't want to take things too seriously.
Billy will sort of grow an even wider grin. You can see that it almost pains his poor little face how just wide he's smiling as he sort of buries his head into, I guess it would just be like right into your stomach, because he's just squeezing on so tight.
Asta will put it to kind of return the hug. You can just squeeze him a little bit. Just get a nice hug on.
Am I really making you proud?
You really are, I promise. As long as you're doing what you want to do and being as free as you can be, then you are making me proud. Just remember, that freedom should never impede on anybody else. Help those that need it. Help those that need it. Defend those who ask for it. Be as free as you can be, and you'll be making me proud.
Billy nods. I think I want to start selling logs.
Gonna start selling logs.
Mm-hmm. Well, there's lots
Hey,
of
they don't
trees.
Yeah, they nothing wrong with that. It's an honest business.
But William says I can't do it yet. He says I can't carry him far enough.
Oh yeah, that's just because I mean, you're still a little kid. Once you get big and strong, like, well, a
Yeah,
big
but
strong adult,
I
then
cut the top off a tree once and I was able to carry that.
like the branches or the trunk itself.
It was, well, it was a pretty big tree, but I climbed way up there and I cut it off. I was able to carry that. I think I'm doing pretty good.
Well, I definitely tell from that hug you gave me at first, you are getting some muscle in there.
Who knows? Maybe someday I'll be able to afford a team of ox.
Do what?
Who knows? Maybe someday I'll be able to get a team of ox.
Maybe one day. Be smart and spend your money, or you'll get a whole logging company before you know it.
What about you?
Well, what about me?
What are you gonna do?
Well, that's a good question. There's a lot of stuff I want to do. There's a lot of stuff I probably feel like I'm gonna have to do. As much as I hate to say it, there's probably some things I don't even know yet that I'll have to do here soon. Probably involving purple, probably not. But the things I don't know, I can't really do anything about right now. I just have to cross those when I get to them. It'll be my choice to deal with them once they get there. But there is this one thing I'm wanting to practice, and that's this little trick I saw this real creepy looking guy do. But I can't find anything up. I can't find any really information on how to replicate it, so I guess I just gotta practice at it. See, there was this real creepy looking dude named Tide, right? And for the first time I think I've seen anywhere, this guy was making portals, zipping through them, just, you know, fighting the good fight against this other mean guy. And that was really cool to see, and I wish I could do something like that too, but the only research I can find is that he's just the only one that knows how to do it. Like, sure, there's like teleportation circles and like there's probably tech somewhere that'll let me teleport, but to do that on your own without any help, that's got to be impressive.
Mm-hmm. I think I want to learn how to do that.
Yeah, maybe one day when I learn how, I'll teach you.
Perfect. I can transport so many logs that way.
You're right. You could transport a lot of logs that way.
If I do start a logging business, I'm gonna call it Austin's.
I appreciate that, but you should call it Billy's first. At least put your name in there too. We'll be partners. Billy and Austin's logging service.
Shake on it?
Shake on it.
Billy sort of stands firmly, feet planted on the ground, and extends a very, I guess I would call it firm handshake.
Also, we'll also give the same handshake.
Well, alright then. Guess we're business partners.
Absolutely, I guess we are.
How does that work?
I wouldn't have it any other way. Well, right now, I think it just means we just gotta wait until we're both free to sit down and decide on business aspects. But until then, just keep practicing on what you're doing. Keep getting stronger. When you're
Alright.
strong enough that you can lift a whole tree out the ground on your own, then you're ready to start your business. But don't push yourself too hard. I don't want to have William calling me telling me about how you pulled something hurting yourself.
All right. I'll be ready by the next time you. I'll be ready by the next time you come back here.
I can't wait to see it. I'm gonna hold you to that now.
All right.
Do your best.
Always. He will quickly flex to himself and start to go working on trying to lift heavy things and so on.
Also, will watch him for a moment before heading off to do other things and just wait for Apollo to be ready.
All right. Ezekiel.
Hello.
Hello. So, you're in town. This random town.
Mhm.
So I feel like William would have given you directions to this place.
Yeah, probably.
He basically would have told you keep heading like east on the main road through town, and then at the doctor's office, take a left and just keep heading up that way till you hit an old shack.
Okay.
And hit an old shack you do. When you get there, you can see essentially what appears to be I guess I'll call her an 80-year-old human woman. Long gray hair, wearing nothing but overalls. Barefoot, standing on a bunch of like wood shaving chips. With like a long sort of bar, I guess you would call it. And it's like a workbench. And she seems to be assembling and disassembling and working on and filing and interlocking different parts to various guns.
Well, this is impressive.
Where were you born?
Where was I born? I come from Dorkcorv.
Alright. Did you know the toothbrush was invented in Dorncorv?
I'm gonna write that down in my book real quick.
Because if it had been
oh, wait.
invented anywhere else, it would be called a teeth brush.
That's so. Can I make a history check to know if he's actually telling the truth?
She's fucking with you.
Okay.
Toothbrush. Implying one tooth. Teeth brush.
But
Alright. Oh, I get that. Fuck.
She called you dumb.
Got him.
Give like a forced smile. Ah, I see.
You're a dick. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry, but the fact it took you that long, like a minute in real life to figure it out, is what made that just the icing on top of the cake. That was so funny.
I was told that you know how to work, do unusual work on firearms.
You could say that.
You wouldn't happen to have any ideas of a way to, say, make a magical firearm fit for a wizard, would you?
A wizard in type.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't those the fellers that run around naked with the axes?
No, that's a completely different type of person.
You got money?
I've got lots of money. How much did you give me again?
60,000.
I got lots of money.
A wizard in type gun for lots of money. I think I can take that deal.
Fantastic.
What kind of wizard in type gun are you looking for?
Well, at the very least, I would like it to be a spell focus. That way I can use it to cast. Perhaps even enhance my spells in some ways.
Alright.
Otherwise, any simple magical improvements would also be nice.
Okay. You got a knife on you?
Yeah, I've got a small knife on me.
Alright. She's going to begin to start working on the gun. Completely unrelated.
You got a knife on you? Yeah. Cool.
Why? Do you need one? Nope. Just want to know if you had one.
Just wondering how much danger I was in.
Don't worry, it'll all be fine when we get to Wintry Bay.
Oh god. I have expected her to take the knife and then like poke his finger and use his blood or something.
Nah, she just want to know if you had a knife.
She stabbed you and... Oh, okay.
No, she just thinks it's funny. When you need it by?
As soon as you can make it, I suppose.
Alright. Now how much is a whole bunch of money?
How much do you think a whole bunch of money is? How much do you think this is worth, rather?
$1 million.
Cannot do that.
Can't do $1 million? Well, come on now. I thought you said you had a whole bunch of money.
I said a lot of money, not an infinite amount.
I don't think that's infinite. Seems like a rather finite, number. But hey, I'm gonna make it anyway.
How about 30K?
She sort of strokes her chin, making a point to sort of pull on one of the long chin hairs that pokes out. You know what? I'll take that deal. She spits on her hand and offers it up for a handshake.
Ezekiel will hesitantly spit on his own hand and do the same thing.
She'll pull her hand away. I ain't touching your hand with spit on it.
What about your hand with your spit on it?
I don't mind my spit.
I mind your spit.
Well, I'll tell you what, no spit on either of our hands. She wipes the spit off her
Okay.
hand.
I'll... Okay, I'll wipe the spit off of my hand. You gotta shake.
And she will shake your hand. Deal then!
Deal.
Dude got it for 30,000.
I'm expecting quality. And I'll leave her to her job.
I just want to point out real quick above table that spending $30,000 on any gun, you better have the best dang gun ever.
Exactly. That's why I said I'm expecting quality.
Don't worry, when you go to pick it up, she's gonna be like, yeah, I would have done this for free.
Oh, fuck.
I'm about to look up the cost of a Barrett 50 cal and land myself on a list somewhere. Oh, $13,000?
Yikes.
You just bought 3 of those.
Wait, 13,000 for what?
A Barrett 50 cal.
Well, it's gonna be a suit. It's gonna be not just a Barrett 50 cal, but a super magical Barrett 50 cal.
Well,
so
yeah, for sure. It's just I was not expecting that number. I don't know how much I expected a gun to cost.
the guns are expensive, especially.
Are we?
Hold
are
on.
We
There's
just, are we? Can we talk about how we're just building Zeke like a magic railgun right now?
A certain scientific railgun.
A certain scientific something for sure.
Yeah, this is an anime called A Certain Scientific Railgun. She's a railgun. She like flicks quarters. Yeah, that's cool.
Huh.
Yeah, we'll have to watch that sometime.
Crazy the things they can turn into.
It is. Yeah, there's that time I was reincarnated as a vending machine. Leveled out a guy who's just a vending machine. I heard it was bad. Anyway,
Anywho,
he's expecting quality.
this man wants quality guns for $30,000.
I'd say he earned it for $30,000.
And for going through this old woman's random crazy shit. Alright, so aside from that, Ezekiel, what do you think you would do after she started working on it?
Well, sure. I guess I'm sort of leaving it to her. To her expertise, so I don't really know what else I'm gonna be doing right now. I don't know. I suppose I'll find a nice, shady, free or otherwise shady spot. Start continuing my research
Alright,
in my book.
excellent. Asta, after your talk with Billy, where were you headed?
I think I was just waiting for the other two to get done because I wasn't really sure what else to do. Ah, excuse me. Yeah, I don't think I was gonna do anything else.
Alright.
Real quick, I want to bring up because I just looked it up. So $30,000 is in the range of the Barrett M82A2, which is a version of the Barrett 50 cal, where it's shoulder fired and 50 BMG and no bullpup. That's it.
Oh, it's bullpup?
Yes, it's a bullpupped shoulder fired Barrett 50 cal.
Hmm.
It was an experimental weapon made for the U.S. Army with the intention of shooting down helicopters.
I was gonna say, it looks like a shoulder-mounted cannon ding here.
Yep, that's pretty much exactly what it is.
That's pretty awesome. Oh my gosh,
Barrett
look at those rounds.
M82A2.
That's basically that's
And that muzzle
that's
brake.
fuck you, the guy behind you, the guy behind cover behind that guy, and fuck
Yeah,
my
that's-
shoulder.
That's pretty much any Barrett 50 cal.
Yeah.
But yeah, that is no. what you described is the punt gun.
The punt gun.
Oh, I thought you were
Punt
going to
gun.
say the,
Yep.
what was the worst gun for home defense? What was that mode called? I've got a copy pasta to send you guys later.
Is it the ones about what the founding fathers intended, or is it a different one?
No, it's the one where it's like you shot the guy and all of his existence was erased and you're wondering why you just fired down an empty hallway.
Okay, so the punt gun, I just looked it up. I remember the name. It is a 19th and early 20th century commercial harvesting hunting weapon. It is basically a uber massive 2-person worked shotgun meant to shoot so many pellets that you would take down an entire flock of birds.
Oh, the bird gun.
Yes.
I know that one.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The bird gun.
There's a dude called Kentucky Ballistics who owns one of these.
Oh
And
yeah.
he puts like single shot balls into it, and it's basically a cannon that can shoot through like armored cars and shit. Hold on, let me pull up an image of this thing. Alright, this is a YouTube thumbnail. I'm just gonna copy image and paste.
I'm about to go to Kentucky.
That's the punt gun.
Good God.
It takes a 1-bore lead ball.
Yeah.
It's
That video
not
was crazy.
actually.
Also, that video was crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, yeah, the Barrett, it's about the same cost as a shoulder-mounted Barrett. 50 cal. So, yeah. So I'd say a magical super pistol should be well within that price range, assuming it's a actually good quality pistol.
Funny enough, Kentucky Ballistics also had the 950 JGJ Fat Mac, which is exactly what that copy pasta I sent is about. So this Kentucky Ballistics is just, he's that guy for this stuff.
Oh yeah, no.
Bad guy.
Not that guy.
All right. Anyway, now let's get back on track. I'd say.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Who was up next?
Back on track from there was our boy Apollo.
I think he's just following instructions for the time being. He's just listening intently to any advice he's given. Basically doing exactly as he's told from William.
Okay. So William's gonna head into the general store, and when he comes back out, he's going to come back. Just can't even carry it all. Like, stuff's falling out, hitting the ground. He's just trying to pack it all with him. Breakfast supplies.
Apollo will, like, offer up his bag of holding and just kind of hold it open, like, this might make it easier.
Nah, I think I've got it.
I really think you don't.
Nah, come on.
You just dropped another egg.
Well, what's, to make breakfast, you gotta break a few eggs.
Do you typically break them on the pavement?
It's called break fast for a reason.
He'll close up his bag of holding and hold out a couple hands as if to try to take some of the...
He'll sort of dump half of it into your arms, and in doing so, it seems as though you can both carry about that much pretty easily.
Okay, yeah, it's gonna... So what, are we hiking into the mountains now?
Well, you ain't gotta jump to the punchline.
It just feels like a very you thing. Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, I'm afraid so.
I don't have any way to contact Asta. Are we going by the... We're going to the mountains. You live in the mountains. We're going... Okay, yeah, fine. That's perfect. Okay, perfect.
We'll pass him by.
Yeah, okay.
Well, not Ezekiel, but
We can tell Ezekiel.
Ezekiel's coming. He's gonna be there a while.
Oh. Oh boy. You sent him somewhere crazy, didn't you?
I sure did, but you know what? It's going to be an adventure of a lifetime.
I'm sure he'll appreciate that. He's always looking for new experiences. Shall we say.
Exactly. Something to write about.
Mhm.
As for you and I, well,
We're gonna make breakfast.
and hopefully some good conversation. Because, you know, when you've been living in the same town for a good 400 years, you pretty well exhaust any new conversation topics that you can have.
Oh, never mind. I'll ask that question over breakfast.
Oh, come on now. Ain't nothing gentleman-like to ask me my age.
I don't recall that being a rule among gentlemen, just ladies.
I don't know. You fall out of touch when you get old.
Mm-hmm. Well, at least 400. I know that much. Plus another, what, 500 for them?
No, you can tack on a little more. But
Not important right now.
well, ain't too important. I moved shortly after your dad took off. Wasn't much for me back there anymore. And I thought a lot of my aging would catch up with me. But it didn't.
Are you essentially human now?
Something like it.
Have you been aging like a human aside from, you know, the mumbo jumbo? I noticed a lot of humans that were around during my dad's time are still alive, so I imagine something's aging people in general differently. Are you aging like them at least?
Yeah, something around that effect. I age the same as a normal human, just a lot slower.
Well, here's to a long life, and he tries to like hold up an egg or something as if to toast.
William will toast your egg with his, making sure to break his.
You know we're not ready to... Never mind.
Breakfast for us, breakfast for the worms.
Reasons to keep going and reasons to turn back.
You see, I didn't plan for William to become Rob Guthard.
Oh no.
But apparently that's the route this is going.
William is the ferryman now.
No.
God, he's gonna die soon. Or never. You know,
Never.
that's kind of open to interpretation.
Exactly.
Okay. Well, lead on, William. Lead on.
Yep. He leads you on. He makes sure to very sarcastically pass right next to where he lives, by where Billy is running around, and Asta is.
Hey, Asta, Billy's taking me into the mountains to murder me, so
What?
I'll see you guys when I get back.
Taking who and the what now?
You know,
Who's murdering you and why?
William, and to make me better.
You said at least a Billy. I'm like, how did Billy get back here that fast?
Oh,
I
you know,
just saw
William
him.
sometimes goes by Billy. Right.
Please don't die.
Don't worry. Ain't nobody gonna die.
See, that's what serial killers say.
And yeah, you're following him willingly into the woods.
I mean, look at all this food.
Catch more flies with honey than vinegar. Every time.
Every time. I'm a fly. This is honey.
You're sounding more and more like a serial killer.
I think that's the motif he was going with.
I'm not
Not
gonna
the most.
die. We're just gonna go. We're gonna go talk.
I don't know. Just be careful.
Always. Plus, you've got the whole telepathic link thing. I'm sure you can find me pretty easily.
My brother in Christ, that only lasts like 30 feet.
Oh, well, you know. It'll be fine. It'll be fine.
Exactly.
I trust you.
Plus, I'm fast. I can run away, right?
Exactly.
Yeah. See? He doesn't even trust in his own ability to catch me.
I can't catch you. Well,
Look-
my bullets can.
Look how old he is. Why did you load your gun when I walked in the bank earlier?
Oh, pictures of
Because
bear.
we're
I
heading
just saw the
up to the
pictures.
mountains.
Baby
Doing some
bears.
shooting.
That's fair.
I just saw the
Either
pictures of
that,
bears. Dog.
or I'm sick and tired of you.
I guess we'll find out.
I suppose we will. Either way, we're gonna have one hell of a breakfast first.
I should try firing my guns, making sure that you didn't take anything away from them,
You know,
just to be safe.
that'd be a wise decision.
It would, but I'm currently carrying way too much food to do
I wonder what kind of plot
that.
would brew and what kind of dark mind to
We
set
should
such an event of.
Yeah, we should start walking before Asta tries to stop me from going.
Sounds like a good
I
idea.
can't want to stop you.
Because it's sounding more and more serial killer the more time passes.
It's up to you.
Yep, we're gonna go.
He sort of turns back, walking backwards next to Apollo, and gives Asta a wink.
But
Oh, if I die, tell my sister I said hi.
I don't think that's a wise thing.
I mean, I'm not gonna be able to tell her. I'll be dead.
And if he dies, it wasn't me.
I
Yeah.
feel like that's a horrible lie. But I can't really stop it either.
I wouldn't worry about it.
What's the worst that could happen?
Would you die?
That's not that bad.
What do you mean it's not that bad?
People die all the time. Every day.
That's true. If you think about it, there's probably somebody dying right now.
Yeah, probably.
But on that same account, probably somebody being born right now.
Yeah. And somebody learning how to not die right now. And that somebody's me. I'm gonna learn how to not die.
I'll prep you up as well as I can.
I'm gonna not get shot. And I'm gonna shoot straighter.
We'll see.
Maybe.
I believe in you.
He believes in me.
Now what happens if by some unpredictable way the smell of this food we're packing on us draws in a bear? We
I
can't.
stick it in my bag of holding.
I don't see how that could help us at all. You gonna drop it on the ground, grab your gun? You gonna try to outrun it? What's the plan?
Try to balance it all on one arm. With my dexterity.
Alright, alright.
And I reach for my gun.
Mm-hmm.
And I hold my gun up.
Alright.
That's what I do. I put my gun away.
Interesting plan. What I'm gonna do, I'm gonna throw all my food at you, and I'm gonna run. Because you ain't gotta be faster than a bear, you just gotta be faster than whoever you're with.
If I'm faster than the bear, I can shoot it. Then we can have bear with our breakfast.
You ever had bear with breakfast?
It's a little gamey.
It sure is. But fortunately for us, ain't no bear up here anyway.
William,
Mm-hmm.
what did I learn just now?
I don't know. What did you learn? Maybe stop listening to old fuckers.
A little bit. I'm gonna start walking now. Apollo just starts walking in the direction we were already heading.
William will sort of nod to himself and start following.
He's so old. You know, once you live for 1,000 years, there's a lot of information up there.
Eh,
Where are the bears?
somewhere.
I have a headache. No, patience. Patience. That was an interesting story
Ain't no story to it.
and a wonderful lesson learned.
Ain't sure there was much of a lesson either.
I'm giving you the benefit of the doubt right now.
I don't know why you do that.
I'm gonna shut my mouth. I'm gonna keep walking.
You're good conversation.
I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know the topic of the conversation.
Could be whatever you want it to be.
Let's talk about music. What kind of music do you listen to?
I've seen a lot of them come and go.
You got a favorite bard? What about Hemi Gendrix? He's been really tearing up the loot space lately.
I tell you, I'm quite fond of a lot of them bards, but you know, High City been producing some of the most wonderful musical artists.
Yeah, too bad they don't like magic users.
Well, it's too bad they sunk into the ocean.
Oh, did that happen?
The blast knocked them out of the sky.
Was I there for that? Was this back, like, way back when?
On the first,
Oh,
the
okay.
blast
Okay,
first
I thought
happened.
they were reestablished since then.
Kinda, almost.
Okay.
They're not back in the sky though.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so they're just kind of floating.
Mm-hmm.
Gotcha. Yeah, too bad about that. Anyway, what did you get? Lots of eggs, because you keep cracking them.
Mm-hmm. That's why I had to get so many eggs.
Because you plan to keep cracking them?
You never know how many are gonna fall out.
I don't think the last one fell. I think you broke it intentionally against my egg.
I don't know what you're talking about. He throws another egg behind him.
I don't think you know the definition of fell.
I might have thrown it, but once it was in the air,
It
wasn't it
fell.
falling?
Okay. Uh-huh. How many eggs do I currently have?
Enough.
I kind of nudge one out. I gained no joy from that.
You didn't?
Not a bit. I feel like I just wasted food.
Did you?
Yes.
I suppose it's all relative in that way. I'd imagine chicken that laid it feels like it wasted a lot of time too.
I think it's the hunger talking.
Well, I got one question for you. It's important.
Mm-hmm.
Think about it real deep.
Mm-hmm.
You can answer me once we make it to our destination.
Mm-hmm.
Pancakes or waffles?
I don't need to wait for this one. I've been waiting for this question all my life. I know the answer. It's pancakes. Always has been. Fluffy, crispy edges, soft edges. Stack them as high as you want. It's pancakes. If you're waffles, I'm sorry to disappoint, but you know, I thought about this a lot, and I've even thought about the solution to this argument. You stack a pancake, then a waffle, then a pancake, then a waffle, then a pancake. It's the perfect breakfast.
See, I always liked omelets more, but you know what? I'm gonna try this. I want to see this pancake waffle monstrosity.
It's the tower of peace. No reason to argue over which is better when you can just eat both at the same time.
Wouldn't it be the tower of poffles?
Or pancakes.
Sorry. That made me laugh too. That one was too good. Pancakes.
Poffles and pancakes. How far are we walking again?
See that tree line up there?
Mm.
To about there.
Okay. And Apollo will walk to the tree line with him.
He'll walk you to the tree line, start to set up a little camp, start to make some breakfast.
Apollo will lay out like a big blanket with his one free hand and slowly put all the food down on this blanket.
William will then grab some of the glass water bottles he has seemingly brought for you guys to actually, drink out of so you can survive. And he's just gonna, dump them out and go start setting them up at different random points.
Why don't you just dump out all of our water?
What else you gonna shoot?
I could have drank some of that.
You didn't bring your own water?
You're gonna water skin.
There you go.
Why do we still carry these? It's the year 8000 something.
Mm-hmm. High City, they got a whole other situation.
I'm going to High City after this. And Apollo will, I guess, train his gun on the first glass. Am I shooting glasses right now?
Are you?
You said what else am I going to shoot, so that's implied, but I would like your permission before I shoot your glass.
You gotta shoot them before I do.
Apollo will shoot the glass.
Alright. Gotta see who's faster.
Oh boy. Am I just rolling a to hit?
Yeah.
Roll off, roll off. Oh, wow. Nat 20 plus, I have an 11 on those because they're just space. Boop, boop. Yeah, plus 11. So, 31.
$15 plus 15.
30. I win by 1.
So as he's trying to shoot them before you can, you're one bottle ahead of him every time.
See, I can shoot in a straight line.
Would you look at that? You cheated.
I cheated.
Mm-hmm.
How so?
I ain't got finished my breakfast yet.
Me neither. I was shooting them before you.
You're young.
Yeah, well, you gotta shoot them before I do.
Alright then. Let's make this a little more interesting. Sort of starts to walk up towards some of the glass bottles, and he goes up to trees and he's grabbing some of the bigger pieces of the glass that's shattered and sort of sticking it onto trees. So now they're just little like small things. But you still can kind of see them when the light's shining,
Right.
And he starts to set those up. And then as he's sort of walking back, you can see him already starting to draw his gun.
Seeing that he's already drawing his gun, I'm gonna start firing away.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! I didn't say go!
You didn't say not to go. I'm going to war.
What are you trying to tell me?
Maybe I haven't learned patience quite as much as I thought I had. And I'll stop firing for a second to see what he's gonna do.
All's fair in love and war. He starts firing too.
Okay, I'm gonna try to keep up with him.
Alright. Huh. Let's see. 5 plus 15?
So dirty 20. This is 17 plus 11. 28.
This time you're a lot faster. Like, he's... half of them, he's not even actually hitting the glass. He's hitting the side of the wood and knocking them out. And besides, you've already hit those and shattered them. This time he takes the pistol and puts it up, and he sort of sits down on a log, striking one of these poses. Alright. I'm gonna have to think about this.
What are you thinking about?
Clearly, you're too ready. If I want to spend any more time with you, I'm gonna have to make you a whole lot less ready.
I don't understand. Are you gonna... Do you want to trade guns?
I don't know what I'm gonna do. But I'm enjoying your company. And now, you're gonna be done and ready to go moving on.
Well, there is a war coming, and we don't exactly decide when that starts.
Kids these days.
You know, when the world is ready to end, we'll fix it in our time, unless it's a timed event, you know? Our home is set to be razed to the ground, so...
Again?
Yeah, they just can't leave that poor city alone.
Makes sense. It's a good place.
Yeah, a lot of hard work in there.
That's why it's gotta get torn apart, it seems.
Yeah. At some point it won't be our job to fix.
That's for sure.
But for now, while there are still good people there, while my home is still there, I'll be there to defend it.
I understand that. I think that's the difference between a calling and a responsibility.
Which is more important, do you think?
Depends on how old you are. If I'm being honest. Calling, that's for the young folk. You gotta listen to it while you can. You'll go deaf when you get older. You won't hear callings no more. Responsibilities, that's routine. You get used to it. That's for us old fellas.
So how are you unpreparing me? Do I have to wear a blindfold now?
I'm gonna have to figure out something.
Okay, nothing permanent. I need my eyes. Just don't go stabbing me in the eyes, please.
You make a good point there.
And my arms, I need those intact. Fingers, toes, just no bodily, nothing permanent.
So I can't even shoot you.
I mean, I suppose you could, but I wouldn't take too kindly. I don't need any extra holes. Got all I need.
Oh, I suppose that's fair enough. I'll save shooting you for later.
Okay. I have to ask Asta for permission before I get shot.
Really?
Yeah. It's this whole don't die thing.
Back in my day,
Get shot whenever you wanted to.
you could just go down the road, get shot. Wasn't a problem.
Did you walk uphill both ways to get to the tavern?
Alright. Now you're just being rude.
Aren't you the one who offered to shoot me just now?
It was uphill both ways in a blizzard.
In a blizzard. Ah, I forgot the blizzard. It doesn't snow in Tor unless you're going to the tavern.
Exactly. You know, I know we're joking around, but I did hear something rather wise when I got to a tavern once.
What was that?
I walked inside, there was fighting already. Got hit square in the face. There was this old feller sitting down in the booth, just watching it all happen. He turns up to me, sees me bleeding, and he goes, "Ain't no greater joy in the tavern than in the road to it." I suppose that's always true.
I can't get on board with that. Because the road is nice. The travel is nice. But something about a sweet destination. Maybe it's not a tavern. But something about a sweet destination and a goal achieved. There's a great joy there. Even greater than the road travel.
Okay, I'm back.
I only believe that because the inherent nature of drinking in taverns.
There's a reason I don't drink.
Headaches, bar fights, it's all that waits there.
I don't need any.
Other destinations. Road to get to them makes you wish you never see a road again.
Yeah, something like that.
Speaking of which, there's a road outside of Dorncove.
Yeah.
I feel like it might be something you'd be interested in.
Where does it go?
Nowhere. I ain't never been myself, but I heard a little bit about it.
Can you tell me what's there? Or should I go find out for myself?
I think it's like you were saying. Sometimes it's the goal achieved. I think if you knew anything about it, at least from me, I think I'd be stealing that from you.
I appreciate that. I'll pencil it in. Might
What
even
are
see if I have time before the war.
What are you doing? Planning out your vacations amidst the apocalypse and Armageddon?
Gotta plan it sometimes. And it's always an apocalypse and Armageddon around here.
That's true.
I can't remember the last time that Petornia wasn't trying to end.
I think it was... There was one day. It was like a Tuesday.
Oh, and it snowed.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and Tor.
Mm-hmm.
You walked uphill both ways to the tavern.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That was
yeah.
the one day the world wasn't in it.
That's the day you got punched in the face.
Exactly. And got told ain't nothing to whatever I said.
Yeah, that thing you said.
Exactly.
You'll never forget it.
Never could. Wisest advice I've ever heard.
Apollo will kind of turn and try to find some of the glass on the ground that was shot off the trees and just start shooting at some of that.
As you do so, our boy William is gonna sort of take a seat. He seems to be digging around in his own mind.
You know, if you're thinking about something, you could share it.
I think I need to think about it a little more before I do.
Take your time. My brother's the same way.
Distance also somehow knows he's been dissed.
Asta will remember that.
The text appears above Apollo's head, and Asta just has his feelings hurt.
Why are his feelings hurt? I just said he thinks about things before he says them.
He's like, I don't know who's talking about me, but I have a bad feeling it's not a good thing.
Alright. So, Asta, what were you gonna do after Apollo and William went up to the mountains?
I didn't really have anything planned, except maybe have Asta ask Purple more about, maybe see what he's planning to do, if he can get anything out of it. So, he'd probably find somewhere private to speak with Purple. And kind of ask him, so, that whole lake of dark plasma, you did that? Like, you made that?
I am that.
Right, but how? Because last I checked, you were just here. How are you also there?
With the help of Tide.
So Tide helped you make it. Or make yourself, I guess.
Yes.
And what do you plan on doing with the rest of yourself? Got a lot of you to go around.
It's for the 4th season.
Right, everybody keeps saying that. Seems like everybody around me knows what's gonna happen in the 4th season but me, and yet they all expect me to be okay with it. Yen, Tide, you. All of you seem to know exactly what's gonna happen, yet none of you want to clue me in onto it. Seems less like I'm choosing to help, and more like I'm being forced into being used.
The more you know about it, the less you can help.
Doesn't make any sense, Purple. How can I help less if I know more? Is what you're planning on doing so bad that you know I won't help you if I know?
No.
Then what? Then help me make it make sense.
I want
Because as
to
far as I'm concerned, you're my friend, Purple. You're basically my son. I made you, more or less.
I
You've
want to
given me no
protect you.
reason not to trust you. And I want to protect a lot of people. But if what you're doing is going to make it to where I can't do that, then then I'm confused. Like, what you're saying makes no sense. I've always been somebody who has tried to find out, to know more about what I'm doing. I've never once in my entire life encountered a situation where knowing more would mean I'd be able to do less. It doesn't make sense to me. And then Tide, apparently there's been 7 other me's and they've all died and not even gotten this far. Do you know about these other me's? Do you know about the rotations too? Does Yen? Does anybody?
No. Tide is the only one. I only know what I know because of my role.
Your role. And what role is that? Or can I not know that either?
I will be the final void.
Okay, but I guess I have 2 more questions for you, and then I won't bother you anymore about it. You read my memories, right? Or somehow know everything I've thought of,
In a
right?
way, yes.
I mean, you were able to replicate how Icarus looked, and Icarus hasn't set foot in this world in over 500 years. So you had to have gotten that form from somewhere, even if you didn't know it. If you truly have drawn upon my memory, then somewhere you know of that old man and his prophecy about the Black Dragon. Is that ringing any bells?
Unfortunately.
Are you the Black Dragon?
I suppose you could say that.
Fine. You're the Black Dragon, the final void, whatever that means. What's my role in this? The one that you and Tide and Yen all see for me, but none of you will tell me. Is there anything you can tell me about it, or is that gonna make me not help?
I don't understand much more than my own role. But from what I do understand, they won't tell you because they want you to make the choice.
What choice?
If you want to keep me.
Do you go by any other name, or are you just purple?
I'm
Purple. You said you can't tell me what it is you'll do, because the more I know, the less I can help, or the less I will help.
the less you can. You will be in danger. You will be hindered at every turn.
Purple, already hindered and already in danger. I don't know if you've noticed or not, but my grandmother basically has an internal beef with the god of fate and his lackeys. It's chosen for a top secret society that there's only 3 of us left, and I'm expected to hold all of that on my shoulders and rebuild it from scratch. I'm in danger every single day. And I just... Can you at least tell me one thing? One thing at all. Will, no matter what happens to me, no matter what this burden is, no matter what hinders me, will this help people? Will whatever happens, will it be a change for the better? Will doing this help people be as free as I want to be?
It will be the most significant positive change to grace this world in every year to have come.
You already know my choice, Purple. No matter what happens, no matter what hindrance gets in the way, no matter what burden I have to carry for your sake, if it will help that significantly, then you and Tide and Yen already know my choice. And I think you and I both know that no amount of knowledge is going to change that. Just promise me something, Purple. If this burden, this weight to bear, if I become another failure, if I pass like the other Astas before me pass, protect them. Please. You don't have to, because you have your own choice. But I ask of you, if something happens to me and I can't do it anymore, protect them in my place.
With every fiber
Protect
of
them
my
like
being.
how you want to protect them like how you want to protect me. If you can promise me that, and you can swear to me that this will be a positive change, then I'll do it. And that is my choice, regardless of what I learn, regardless of what happens. You have my word. Just protect them. They deserve to live free lives. Whatever happens to me, just know that I didn't choose it. I'm with you until the end, Purple.
I promise.
Then that's it. That's all I need to know then. That ends the conversation.
All
I
right.
don't think Asta has anything else to ask. Unless there's anything else you would think would need to be added.
I think that's all for as far as that goes. Ezekiel, is there anything else you'd like to do in particular?
I don't think so. Other than, getting my gun.
Right.
The gun.
The gun.
All right. Apollo, is there anything else you'd like to do?
Get shot apparently. No, I'm good.
All right. Well, in that case, for this week, I am going to call the session.
Live from New York. It's Saturday night.
Live from Anderson, Indiana.
It's Petornia live.
Hey.
Yep.
So
Yo,
many
that
good
coffee.
things
I just had some of that coffee I bought, and it's so good.
Wow, what a good session.
Right?
It was a
Fantastic
sweet
session.
Heck yeah. Oh man, all my bones are popping.
My brain hurts.
You were asking me about my back. It was fine until like maybe the last hour.
Feeling it?
I'm feeling it.
I'm telling Moon you hurt yourself.
You're
I'm
telling
telling Moon that nerd blew your back out.
How did I do it? You're the one that set the weight.
I did not tell him to do my weight.
It's true. He didn't tell me to do that. Although, to be fair, I am gonna say that I blew my back out, but that's
Well,